I mean, how the hell can they get that to a stage where they can't even get the website running right? I mean, that's serious. I mean, I just don't understand it. I pay a fee to listen to the audio commentary. I pay $4.99 a month. How the hell can they not get that right? It's just media, for God's sake.
Cabby, what do you think to the lineup?
Pritchard looks to shoot.
I sent you
What a goal!
I've seen the lineup, like, and we'll get trounced today, like, with that lineup. We've got to be realistic. We've got to be realistic who we're playing today. We're playing. Forget the name Newcastle. It's the Premier League side that have just come out of the Champions League, and that team, if they play on form, they'll rip us to shreds. It could be an embarrassment today. I hope I'm wrong, but that squad's just far too strong for us, man. Do you not reckon?
I predicted Newcastle winning 2-0, so...
Don't know, I mean, I get that, but still look at on the other side. Their away form's bad. It's bad.
It is, but the amount of... The difference between the team's skill is quite significant.
Oh, I totally get where Jacob's coming from. But the gulf between the two sides over the last time we've played each other it's just humongous.
But we're still in the EFL. You can still blame Ellis Short, can't you, Cabby? While we're still in the EFL.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad running with the club and stuff. Listen, we've just got to end it. It's a free hit today. We've got now to lose. We cannot be disgraced. No matter what the score is, we can't be disgraced. We've got to go out there and just enjoy the game. Listen, all the pressure is on Newcastle. The Newcastle fans know that. The pressure's all on them to do the business. It's up to them to do the business today.
You're right. I said this yesterday. It's like, if anything, this game is a fucking win-win for you. Because if you lose, everyone's expecting you to lose, so it's no biggie. But if you win, then it's huge. You know?
I've got a Geordie streamer in my channel. He's a good lad. He says it's a bit embarrassing us lot using our best side, but I just think they're doing that is because they want a bit of pride back. The league form's been bad. They're out the Champions League, out the League Cup, and they want to sort of at least rebuild on something to keep the FA Cup alive. Do you know?
I mean, at the end of this day, their goal is to win the game. If they put in their... If anything, that means they respect you enough to put their full team out, right?
Yeah, they respect us a lot to put our full team out. And let's not forget...
If they thought it was going to be an easy game, they wouldn't bother.
Before the Champions League, every team would put the strongest team out. In the 80s, 70s, 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s and stuff. The FA Cup was the Champions League. Everybody wanted the FA Cup. It was huge.
Do you not think they might want to focus more on them though, and wanting to finish in the top 6, Newcastle?
You what, mate?
I mean, if they want to win the FA Cup, they'll win it. Like, they're not winning the Premier League, so they probably want to focus on getting at least one trophy this season.
I don't think they'll win FA Cup, Dad. There's more chance of me sleeping with Mother Teresa.
No, I know, but they've got a better chance of winning the FA Cup than they do the Premier League.
Oh,
Cabby will agree. Cabby will agree with that. There's more chance of me sleeping with Mother Teresa than Newcastle winning FA Cup.
I've already been there first. After that tie bird. I just hope, like, the fans didn't get bitter if we're getting beaten this and that and the other, because we've got to seriously have a reality check where we are, where they are, the golfing class. I mean, don't forget, we've not long come from League One. We're still rebuilding a very, very young side here. So I just hope the fans didn't start like really whinging on social media, like, oh, this is crap, this is rubbish, I can't believe our manager's done this and this and that. But just, look, it's a one-off game, and just, you know.
Cabby, do you remember Newcastle losing to Cambridge United in the FA Cup?
Yeah, of course I do.
Did you think that was going to happen? Or did you think Newcastle
It was on their patch. It was on their patch as well. I just think that's a different type of game to this one. Even though it's an FA Cup, I just think, you know, Newcastle didn't have a full strength squad out there, and I think mentally the team and the fans they weren't really up for it. It's just Cambridge United, but this is like an FA Cup final in the third round, and I think they'll treat it totally different. But let's forget, there's about 98% of the teams both teams have never experienced the Newcastle Sun and Newcastle derby, so it's going to be totally new for literally everybody out there.
But you never say never, do you, Cabby, in the FA Cup?
Of course you don't. I mean, I'm not ruling Sunderland out, but we can't be embarrassed here. Do you know what I'm saying? And we've just got to enjoy the experience. I mean, I've enjoyed the build-up. It's been Sunderland and Newcastle getting mentioned on the media every single day. It's on ITV. I've been enjoying the build-up on Sky Sports, where it shows you the Sunderland coach coming in, and then it shows you the Newcastle coach coming in. It's like how the FA Cup used to be, you know what I mean? And it's only because of these two huge clubs playing each other. It's gave that, and it just goes to show you how important the Premier League would be and how better it would be if these two teams were in it.
Can you ever see the Newcastle current owners ever getting fed up with Newcastle and leaving? Think there'll be a point where they get fed up and go, nah, fuck this, I'm going? Because they've not done too great in the Champions League, and yes, I think it's their first time in it, but surely the owners would have wanted to do a bit better than what they did.
I still reckon if you win this game, Eddie Howe's gone.
You know. Tony Huntley, I'm looking forward to the game. We've embarrassed ourselves off the pitch, so let's not embarrass ourselves on it too. Geordie Streamer, just think it's going to be a good game today. It's a derby in the FA Cup and anything could happen. It's just good to see Sun and Newcastle playing each other. And, look, this is the Goldilocks tie of round 3. It's even getting more attention than the Liverpools and this and that and the other. But as far as I'm concerned, this is the tie of the FA Cup this year, no matter what happens this season. There's no bigger derby than really Sun and Newcastle. They're just so passionate. They're just showing you on ITV now the Newcastle United decor in the Sunderland Stadium.
You can also use it as almost like a performance check for yourself, I guess.
I mean, let's not face it. I mean, the banter is really funny, but the majority of Newcastle and Sunderland fans, do you know what I mean? There isn't that thuggery. Do you know what I mean? They're actually, a lot of them do get on, and when it matters, if there's somebody not well or there's been a death or somebody, the clubs actually get together when it matters.
Yeah, the North East gets together, doesn't it, Cabby?
Yeah, of course they do. There's only that minority that gang round and peeing on statues and smashing stuff up on that. They're not really football fans, but they have got a lot of respect for each other, Sunderland and Newcastle. When it does matter, you can't argue that. I've seen it happen.
It was the same with Bradley Lowry, Bobby Robson, you know, when they died. Well, football for Bradley Lowry, it was just other fans came in general, didn't they? To his funeral, you had Everton fans, Liverpool, Arsenal. You know.
Sunderland fans were going up to St James's Park and putting the red and white scarves and stuff on the gates and that. So
it's a derby match. I mean, it's caused a huge furore. I understand that.
Bonsoir, mes amis.
Oh, for God's sake!
He's not late.
I was just saying, wasn't it, to the lads? It's like it's going to be well today without Anthony. It's going well.
It's the best stream you've ever had.
He has to fucking ruin everything, doesn't he, Cabby?
I know.
Whoa. What's with that language?
Sorry. You should have said language, Timothy.
Just because you can say fuck the bags doesn't mean you say fuck the hand. Jesus.
Oh God, fuck the ants, no, fuck the mags.
I'm already live on my channel, like, and I forgot about. I've just forget about the monetisation. Carry on to one off this one.
Oh yeah, I'm same with that. To be fair,
I'm not gonna worry about saying, like, you know, don't worry about saying fucking bug and this and the other. It's like how.
Yeah.
Very strong lineup from Newcastle today, mind.
Dov, can you help me today with the mag police? The mag policing on my channel. Yeah, on my.
Oh yeah. I've already got that waiting.
I can do it as well if you want. I'm off me and I can sort the twats out.
Yes, please.
Do you want me to?
Yes, please. There's gonna be plenty of them.
No, Jesus. When was the last time?
Be a difficult game today, Ant. With there, have you seen the lineup? They've got a strong squad out.
Who have we have or they have?
Newcastle.
It's their, like you said, it's their FA Cup final, really.
Have you seen our lineup, Am?
Yeah, you sent it on Discord, didn't you?
Yeah. Do you like it? Do you not like it?
Pato, Hume, Ballard, Neil,
I think
09.
pretty good lineup. To be fair.
Elise, I find it interesting that Elise is in right back though. That's kind of good. You've got Neil, Ekwar, Standard, Pritchard, Job, and Clark in the middle. That's really interesting. And Rushin up front. I like it.
Got me trusty FA Cup here. If you have a flick over my channel, you'll see I've got the replica of an FA Cup here. I'm proud to own this.
Can you sit? It's more or less the same lineup as Preston, isn't it?
With the exception of Elise starting. What the hell's happening?
John Russell says another Pritchard screamer.
No.
I absolutely hope so, buddy.
I go to it. Too. I go live 15 minutes before, don't I? So I'm just amping myself up.
What the fuck with that? It sounded like you're having a dodgy wank.
I mean, if that's what you sound like, mate. Wow.
No, not me.
Wow.
I'm just saying it sounds like a joke.
Cabby, tell them off. You're the only one that's live at the minute.
Just behave, please. I mean, I can vouch for you. He doesn't make noises like that.
Thank you. Stop making noises like that.
Oh, that's even worse. You've just vouched for him during it. That's even worse.
It's not as bad as what my Thai bird, that noise he or she made. Craigie. Ask Darby, he'll tell you.
Go on, behave yourselves, you two.
I don't know.
Keith's shipping. It's going to be a long
on Christmas.
It's going to be a long afternoon. Sunderland will win 2-1.
I'm from Wallsend. He's from Wallsend. I'm from Wallsend. He's from Wallsend.
Have you been watching any of the build-up, Anthony, on Sky Sports? It's been pretty good. They've had Keith Downey there, and it's showing you the coaches coming in and that. Just like how the FA Cup used to be.
The amount, bro, Newcastle got booed so much when they came onto the pitch.
Funny. Yeah, I've been watching a little bit of it, but the nephew and niece have gone now. Outside the stadium, you can see the last couple of people coming in. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the boos again.
Hello, Mike.
It was the new we had last night. Didn't you say he might be coming on to more preview?
Westy, yeah.
Westy. That's good. That I'd like, because he did seem like a good lad actually.
He's one of my IRL mates from Sunderland.
The Geordie Stream is saying, how many goals do you think we will win yous by? He's a canny fella, the Geordie Stream. He's all right and all. He gives his good banter.
I mean, that's presumptive that they're going to win.
It's presumptive that they're going to win, yeah, of course. I mean, if they play to their strengths, I mean, it could be a cricket score. I mean, the squad they've got compared to ours, but it never always works out like that.
Well, if you do a direct correlation, let's say their price versus our price, they should be winning 12-1.
You should be winning 12-1, well, if you look at the thing, yeah. Looking at the Newcastle fans now on ITV, they've got a nervy look on their faces, they know what's at stake here. You know, the Sunderland fans are cheering, they've got the flags out, the Newcastle fans are standing there all like statues. You know, they're not really
shitting themselves.
Yeah, they're not comfortable at the minute.
Because they know they're in our turf. Twats.
If Newcastle get an early goal, it'd be interesting to see how the lads of Sunderland respond.
When I was young, I had no sense. I bought a flute for 50 pence. The only tune that I could play was Fuck Eddie, I want a spoon on me.
I tell you what, it has been a miss this fixture though, hasn't it?
Oh, 8 years. 8 bloody years.
I mean,
what's with the tin foil? I didn't get that. Like,
well, was a Newcastle fan dressed.
It's everybody's leftovers from Christmas dinners, isn't it? The tin foil for turkey.
Yeah. I saw earlier a Newcastle fan dressed as a Saudi. Something like, you know, the stereotypical, you know.
That's right. They were given scarves only from the club association. They weren't allowed flags. The Newcastle fans. Hello, Alan. How are you doing, mate? The Newcastle fans there. They're all waving the scarves now. They're.
I'm just about to go live. 2 seconds. Do you know what? Let's just pop right into it. Welcome along to the Sunderland versus Newcastle FA Cup derby. first game we've played against the Mags in 8 years. Buzzing. I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Oh, I need to do a couple of extra things because I was just way too fast with this. Where is it?
Certainly putting Sunderland and Newcastle on the map. It certainly will be this.
If he is missing
this game.
I think we still don't know, obviously, the extent of it. But,
hi, Callum, how you doing, mate?
It's the doggo.
Right
hello, Callum. Hello, everybody who is excited. Who's nervous and who's excited?
I'm not nervous at all. I'm quite chill.
Shitting like a steam train.
I'm more nervous if it was a league game. Do you know what I mean? But it's just because we haven't got anything to lose and it's an FA Cup game. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not nervous in any which way I thought. But ask me that when we're 1-0 up with 5 minutes to go.
Mike, I mean,
yeah. Bricking it.
Crossfire says, "Here we go. The time where Newcastle are dead."
Here as well. I mean, what did you
I'm not sure what he means by that.
from those experiences?
Yeah.
Stadium Light looks absolutely class.
I'm shitting Messel, says Sean Russell.
Yeah, I think the
Sean's class, man. We have in the chat, just in case you want to know, David there on the very left-hand side. Hello. There's me. Whoever's talking will have a light green thing outside, so you'll know who's talking and who's saying what. Macam Cabby, who's also doing a watch along.
Hello.
Welcome along, lads. Hello. And I'm pointing way too far. Yorkshire Macam, welcome along, lads.
Welcome along. We've had a few embarrassing matches. Yeah, Jordy, we were just talking about when you played the Cambridge match, but this is different. This is a one-off. This is.
Just look at the atmosphere, man. It's insane. Oh, there's an advert.
Do you not remember that? Cambridge United beating Newcastle in FA Cup.
Yes, because it was like 3 years ago, wasn't it? Something like that.
It was the 21-22 season, so January 2022.
2 years ago, yeah.
And that same day, I remember we drew with Wycombe Wanderers 3-3, and I was thinking, Newcastle are going to walk all over Cambridge, and then went the full time whistle, I was like, get in. Been knocked out by little old Cambridge.
I mean, we can repeat that, but it is one of those ones where it is, we are the underdogs in this one, but we've got to enjoy it. Like, as long as we're not getting absolutely hammered, it's an embarrassment for Newcastle either way. They've got to prove themselves more than the other way around. We've just got to fight.
Before, aren't you? Underdogs getting a surprise win at home when they're playing at home against them.
I just hope we keep a cool head, the likes of Luke 09 and that. I mean, he's sunning through and through. I just hope the thermometer doesn't get the better of him in you know, like, any of these hot-headedness and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I know we talked about it a bit in length last night as well, though, mate. The damage that's potentially going to be caused at the Black Cats bar. Welcome along, Mike. By the way, fucking shouting that out. I've seen posts online already saying like some of these fans are going to smash the shit out of the stadium.
Do you think they really will, or is that just
I think no, it's not rumours. It's literally them saying I'm going to do it. But these are people that I don't know. It might just be all mouth and no bark.
Yeah. I mean, there is going to be police presence there. There is going to be stewards there. And it is just the minority, you know. I mean, there's a lot of family people out watching this game here in Newcastle. They're not all thugs.
I wouldn't have him
as well. This Sunderland Newcastle, it also goes back to the English Civil War in like, you know, Charles I and Oliver Cromwell.
Yeah, I remember like it was yesterday, mate.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's honestly, it was like that. Of course, none of us were alive, but Sunderland was with Oliver Cromwell. Newcastle were with Charles I.
Yeah.
And if I went to St James's Park, the Geordie Bar, whatever you called over there, the last thing that would be on my mind was trashing it, no matter what the score would be. I'm there to watch the game, and that's it.
You might want to put it in colours.
You might want to spray paint red and white in there, but you wouldn't want to trash it, would you?
Really good talk.
Yeah, maybe not. I'm going to stick with my prediction, by the way. We've got a couple popping in, including yourself, Jacob. I'm going to stick with my 1-0 Sunderland win. I'll be buzzing with that. What are we going for?
He's everything.
You updated it.
Like in a modern day football player. He's
2-1. Pritchard and Clark.
Intelligent.
Pritchard and Clark. Crossfire says 2-1 as well, with Pritchard and Neil to score. Mike's going a 2-1 win. Cabby, what you thinking?
I've seen the lineup and I'm being realistic. I think 3-0 Newcastle.
Taking it on really well since Corey's been injured.
Oh, he's saying he's nervous. He's nervous. I mean, we're about to get underway. We're a couple of minutes out. I'll ask David for his prediction, and then I'll go through the lineups for both teams.
I'm gonna go 2-0.
I feel Green is at the game.
2-0 to Newcastle.
I think Newcastle are going to make an explosive start, and I think you'll see a couple early goals from Newcastle within 10 minutes.
Fantastic player, and there's a lot of eyes on Dan.
I'm not sure about that.
So I reckon 10 minutes on the clock. I think Newcastle will be 2-0 up. Hey,
I've been super impressed with him since I.
I'm wrong, of course I am, but that's just what me.
It's important for him that he focuses on
me
his
in
game
thoughts
and
are
plays
thinking at the
well,
minute.
because this is the level he wants to play at regularly.
And that's fair.
against these players.
There is a couple of games already live in the FA Cup as well, by the way. Coventry have took the lead. They're 1-0 up, and apparently Kieran's popped in saying Ipswich have took the lead at Wimbledon. Yeah, it's just updated on here as well.
Looks absolutely class.
You should be able to see all the FA Cup ties live scores here. The match stats will be this part here as well. And when it comes on, when I finally figure out how to do this, you'll see the game.
Got Chris Waddle and Roy Keane doing the commentary on ITV.
Fabio Barini, Pickford,
Well, saying all the latest scores are wrong there, though.
Yeah, I believe Defoe will be there as well.
Nice to see Newcastle playing in the black and white stripes as well, even make it more traditional.
And that's a derby.
I need to move this a bit because it's sorry, I've just gone off the webcam there. I need to move this a bit because the scores are getting cut out.
There's a great respect between those two clubs as there is here, but when it's derby,
Stadium looks just absolutely quality, man. I like what they've done. Who's organised all the flags for Sunderland? Is it Full World 73 again?
Important to the game.
The
Super Leagues and things like that.
Is it the Full World 73? I'm not sure that's the.
Toon says George. Ian Waller, watching this on ITV, fella, enjoy your game, DJ. I always appreciate what you do. Yeah, you reckon? No problem, fella.
There we are. So I need to just do this and transition. There you go. You can see the live scores now. The lads are lining up. So here we are.
Ian, are you the chap that was asking where your spanner had gone?
Look at that, man. How class does that look?
The weird side bit looks good, doesn't it? Coming out now.
Covent Oxford have already won one. Wow. Right, lineups. I'll go through Sunderland first because we're the home team and we're the ones that I care about the most. We have Ingle, Anthony Patterson as per usual. At the back, I haven't turned the audio on yet because I'm just that little bit thing about music on this channel. Hume, Ballard, O'Nien and Elise at the back. Dan Neil and Ekwa as a holding midfield, so we're playing a 4-2-3-1, our go-to standard, with Pritchard, Job and Clark in the attacking midfield, with Rushin up front. We have Bishop, Pembele, Hamia, Burstow, Barr, O'Sheesh, Field, Triantis, and Rigg, Chris Rigg on the bench. That one's very interesting. Could you imagine Chris Rigg coming on and scoring a goal against the team he supposedly supports? That would be huge.
Would you say you're overall happy with the lineup, or do you think it could have been better, or do you think?
I think it's the best. It's one of the best lineups we could potentially have for this game going forward. 2-1 Cov already, 11 minutes in. The FA Cup
it's more or less the same as Preston lineup, isn't it? It's more or less the same, I think, isn't it? Few adjustments, but
there we go. We'll give a little bit of there's the scarves and the spinnies and all of that.
Just ordered cheesy chips at the pub, says Jonathan.
Make sure everyone has their last toilet break before the match comes on.
Messiah, welcome along. Yeah. Mate, people will go to the loo when they go to the loo. If they need to. Don't sit on your seat and pee yourself just for the game. Good afternoon, groundwater, mate. Head goes 3-1 to the Mags, heart saying 2-1 to the lads. It could literally go anywhere. That's the derby, that's the FA Cup. Yeah.
Listen to your heart. The song that says that.
And the black and white stripes of Newcastle United. Sunderland with Patterson in goal, Hume, Ballard, O'Nien, Elise, Neil, Ekwa, Pritchard, Joe, Clark and Russin. Newcastle with Dubravka, Trippier, Shah, Botman, Byrne, Milran, Bruno. Bruno, Longstaff, Joel Linton, Isak and Gordon. Newcastle's players have gone to the south end, the Roker end of the stadium, and Sunderland's at the north end of the stadium, in front of that bank of Newcastle United fans. As always, Ipswich have taken the lead at Wimbledon, Oxford have taken the lead at Coventry in the FA Cup, but this is the one that counts. This is the only one everyone's really interested in. Newcastle's players in a huddle, and Sunderland's just moving into position as the mascots break away from the rush off from the centre circle back to the pitch side. The captains, Luke O'Nien and Kieran Trippier in the centre circle. The coin toss with referee Craig Pawson, who's wearing light blue. They're switching ends. Newcastle are moving up to defend the north stand in the first half. So a break from tradition from Sunderland's perspective, who of course like to
you gotta have
the
faith.
north end of
I'm doing it in the more George Michael.
Second half. Coventry 2, Oxford.
No, so
1.
Gordon and
Three
Almiron
goals
are
in
playing
11
as
minutes
attacking.
in that game.
It's a 4-3-3.
Jack Clark's come all the way over here. Looking up a
Joe Linton, Gumieres, so that's Bruno, right, and Longstaff.
Charlie Stevens has never seen the stadium that full.
I don't think we ever will we?
No, we have. Leicester have took the lead against Millwall, that is 1-0. And Sunderland versus Newcastle is kicking off. Come on, boys.
At least one thing is we should be all in sync, shouldn't we?
Yeah, well, we don't know about that because we're all dependent on ITV here.
I just thought we'd all hear Jake
and vice versa, mate.
Sunderland with Rusin about to get this.
Don't beat around the bush, Cabby.
So 20 minutes, 20 seconds gone. What's your thoughts, lads?
It hasn't kicked off.
Now to Dan Neil.
It hasn't kicked off.
Joe loses it on the halfway line.
Look, we're still Lucian's on the ball, about to kick off, and
back then.
Come on,
the far side.
come on,
Three. Come on.
I'm on 41. I'm on 41 seconds already. Where are you lot at?
47, 48, 49.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Am I that far behind everyone?
Me and you are in sync.
I've only just kicked off.
16 seconds. I've just refreshed.
Yeah, you're 3 seconds ahead of me.
I'm 1 minute and 1 minute and 3 seconds.
I'm similar to Cabby.
What are you watching on?
Just normal. I've got ITV.
ITV?
It comes down into the corner, out for a corner.
Oh, we might have to mute each other here, like. I'm not. This is the one game I'm not messing around with timing, like. Not a chance.
They really got to be
how do we catch up here? Ipswich and Wimbledon have leveled up. That's 1-1 now.
Jordan Steele's 30 seconds behind.
5 players around the penalty
My
spot.
stats. I'm just going to go straight to the stats.
On the edge of the 6-yard box. It's whipped in by
Set
Trippier,
pieces, that's our weakness, and that's Newcastle's strength, I think, isn't it?
And then back to Trippier, who puts it in.
That's their strength, Newcastle. They're good at set pieces.
Palm outstretched from Patterson.
It's corner set piece.
Rolled out into touch on the far
Do you not agree, though, Am?
I mean, it's our main weakness, like.
And yet, why do we not work on that? Why are they not working on that in the training?
Oh, I mean, there will be. They absolutely will be, but it's just...
doesn't feel like that, though, does it? It doesn't, like, we still seem weak at it. There's no improvement.
Does the FA Cup have VAR?
No.
No.
Not until all teams in the Cup have VAR, so if a League One club comes to the final, it will never use VAR. If all the teams are Premier League, then yes, it will. So Coventry are 3-1 up now. I am at. Ooh, yes, that's a little bit dodgy there. Oh, Pato! What time are you on?
2 minutes.
2:07. Yeah, 2:08.
250, 251.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. I'm really sorry, lads. I'd love to have his insane blade, but yeah.
I don't get it because we're all watching it on TV. And yeah.
Well, at least we can watch it together.
If you're able to, I'll do it on the Discord. Then we literally see this.
I'm like 3 seconds behind you.
Yeah, but it's more for.
Wait, tell me what thing is. I'm going to pause now. What seconds are you on?
2:43, 44, 45, 46.
Ball down the left wing again here. Goals ahead of
50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. When do you want to shout out the time? Because I can pause.
Right, I'm on 2:59 now. 3 minutes.
Start.
3:01.
Clear.
3:02.
Please. Perfect. We're in sync.
3:04. 3:05. 3:06.
You're calling out at the same times as me, mate.
Right.
Perfect.
Right. I've rewound it a bit now, so therefore I'm the same as you.
Legend. My God, what kind of kick clash caused the stripers are similar? I mean, it's actually when you're on the side, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. Would you class this as a kick clash?
Nah.
Not really.
Not in person. I think on a screen maybe, but in person.
But as a referee or a linesman.
Oh, it's going to be close.
So if you can hear any noise in the background.
Apparently, Palace and Everton had VAR for their FA Cup game. So, but yeah, like, I thought they weren't allowed to use it across the way. Maybe it's per game now. Both teams have to have the availability if it's played both rounds. Currently, Hamwell, Blog, Elliot, Zane, Robin, Hood, Messiah, Paul, Mike, obviously, Kieran,
Graham,
Legends, and obviously Graham. Go on. Equa gives it. Good slide tackle from Pritchard there. That's what we want to see.
I'm shaking. I'm
gonna lose my job.
Martin Dubravka in blue, light blue in front of that bank of.
No, I'm panicking.
Black and white. 0-0. We're in the 5th
That gets used, Dan.
Welcome along, Sam.
There's been a change. The referee.
Every football account counts. If it's an EFL account or Premier League account, but if a referee's getting sacked, they'll use that video. You know.
I'm still going to hold on. If we beat this Newcastle side, we are getting Eddie House out.
Don't know.
Fear, I can't. I can show moments, key moments when it pops up, but the ITV.
Assistant has picked up an injury.
ITV, the clubs own the rights to this imagery.
Craig Pawson strolling about in the middle. Wimbledon 1, Ipswich 1. Luke O'Nien having a word with Craig Pawson at the moment. As we have this delay, quite unexpectedly. Coventry 3, Oxford 1.
You're welcome, Ed, mate. You're welcome for that.
It looks like the linesman's earpiece has failed, but we're still waiting for the assistant to re-emerge. Dubravka puts the ball down. I think we're about to see him come out again because the fourth official, Andrew Madley's at the end of the tunnel, was handing the flag back to the assistant, who did seem to be adjusting the earpiece.
He's back.
He's back. So... Dubravka then with the kick from the middle of his 6-yard line up into the centre circle. Luke O'Nien.
You can tell who's who. We've got black shorts on, they've got white shorts on.
I've just heard the whole of the stadium alight singing Kieran Trippier, he cheats on his wife, and Gary Bennett starts peeing himself laughing at it.
It is funny.
Kieran Trippier, he cheats on his wife, and Gary Bennett is in hysterics laughing. That's class.
Oh, he's a legend, Gary Bennett.
His diameter isn't there yet today. Just buzzing.
That's funny. Gary Bennett just absolutely peeing himself laughing at that. Quality.
Oh, Gordon has some pace on him versus Hume, but Hume's doing business.
I'd like to answer you a question, Cabby.
What?
Have you ever seen a Macam punch a horse?
Botman, now Longstaff.
Well, he's cheated on his wife, mate. Graham.
Well, a few Newcastle players have done that. They did something dodgy in a hotel.
Yeah, well, we're not going to stoop to their level, mate. Just yeah, if they want to bring up all the weird fans and players that we've had in the past, let them do that. But they've got some gems of themselves.
Please for the subs there, thank you.
Yeah. If you check the description for this video, you understand my perception of Anthony Gordon.
Jody Streamer says, how many injuries have we got? We've only got a couple, haven't we?
A lot of the players that were injured have started to come back, or we sold them on. So, was it Bath was injured long term, Stuart was injured long term, Gooch was injured long term, and they all went at the summer. So the only ones that we really had was Corey Evans, Elise is back, Pembele, he's back. I think it's just like 1 or 2 now.
Hello from Japan, Neil. How are you doing? Yeah, how are you doing?
For a goal kick. Trippier was on the shoulder of Clark.
It's only 10 minutes in, mate, but yeah.
For Newcastle.
Would you be happy with a point today then?
Here's
6 in a row.
I don't understand where people get the point from in cup ties. I'm like, it's a replay road there, isn't it?
Plays it across the
it's win,
18-yard line.
Lose, replay. It's not win, lose, draw.
How's the game going, asked Neil? It's very sort of edgy. It's no team taking control of it at the minute, to be honest with you.
It looks weird because I've flipped that image, but Sunderland are shooting right to left on my screen, but it's left to right. Newcastle's left to right. So
now trying to get it to Pritchard.
It's going to be weird when I'm describing stuff. Fears, Hodge says doofus. I'm not sure why, but ask your question, Fears.
You're in there.
Back again to the goalkeeper.
What are you talking about, mate?
Tries to put pressure on Dubravka, but he passes the ball out here
straight
on the right-hand side.
But it's funny. Just so you're aware, the other scores in the FA Cup as we go down. Wimbledon are drawing now with Ipswich 1-1. Coventry are beating Oxford United 3-1. Maidstone Stevenage is 0-0, and Leicester are beating Millwall at Millwall 1-0.
Just left of the centre circle in the 10th minute. Sunderland 0, Newcastle United 0, live on BBC Radio Newcastle.
I thought you farted there. And on the street.
Here's Botman, just left of the centre circle in his own half to Shah, and he's looking to try and find Isak, cleared again by Luke O'Neill. Pritchard twisting away from Isak, trying to get away from Bruno, trying to slip it through for Hugh. He chases Byrne for the ball, they go down together, get up quickly together, and it's stabbed away by Byrne, and he gets it back and plays it out again, and now Longstaff just in front of the D. He has a few options, he's sizing them up now from the middle of his own half, puts his foot on the ball in front of Dan Neil, gets it forwards to Bruno, but it's back to the goalkeeper, out quickly to Botman.
I'm just getting in sync with the audio now.
Up to the halfway line, looking for Gordon.
9 hours ahead will be rat-arse by the end.
Just at the right of the centre circle. Gordon makes a run through the middle. Ballard gets in front of him. Almiron tries to get the ball off him. It comes to Trippier. He finds Almiron on this right-hand side. He's got it back to Trippier on the right. Ballard just crashed through him.
Great block. Great block by Ballard.
Brilliant block. And a throw to Newcastle in the corner on the right. At the Roper end. Eddie Howe is having a conversation with, one of the coaches having a conversation with Jason Tyndall, who strolls back out to the edge of the Newcastle technical area. Here's Trippier to Longstaff. He dinks across in here, headed away by Aqua, headed back in by Botman, I think it was, or Shah, and now in midfield. Bruno gets the ball back from Gordon and trying to find a way through. They play it back to Trippier, and Trippier on the right of midfield slips it inside. It's given away though to Clark, and now Job battles with Trippier, and the ball breaks in front of the referee for a free kick to Newcastle.
That's what I'm saying. You've got
Joe Linton tripped up, and a central free kick here. Kieran Trippier immediately over it. in the centre of the Sunderland half. 13th minute. It's been frenzied, fast, furious.
Look at that, man.
As you'd expect. Sunderland 0, Newcastle United 0.
There's the champion again.
He's lining up.
No, he's got
Players
the
in front of him. Kieran Trippier. Shah stays back. Botman to his left. Sunderland holding a line 18 yards out, but also a further defensive wall in front of the D. It's a long way out. Do you think Trippier's going to have a go?
He's going to have a go, yeah, he is. He's what, maybe 28, 30 yards away?
Yeah, easily you'd think that, wouldn't you? Well, we've seen some free kicks in derbies over the years. Here's Trippier, drives it in, bounces through to Patterson.
Well, Chelsea.
The edge taken
Chelsea's
off its power by
by
striking a player as it went through,
Mm-hmm.
straight at Anthony Patterson. Jordan Pickford here watching him today, amongst all the celebrities.
And there is some celebrities here.
There are, aren't
The
there?
enormity of the game.
Fascinating,
isn't
It is fascinating. I think there was a school of thought, get through the first 15-20 minutes, and we're up to the 14th minute. It's 0-0. Patterson kicks, hangs in the air at the back of the centre circle. Byrne heads it on, Neil heads it back, and Joe brings it down, plays it to Ekwa here, and he's just knocked off the ball. The ball comes back to Shah, and then to Bruno, who plays it back to Dubravka, out to Shah on this right-hand side, and wide. It's played back inside to Longstaff, back again to Martin Dubravka, the Slovakian international, in of course because of the injury, the dislocated shoulder, to Nick Pope. Played out again on the right here to Fabian Schär. 78 caps for Switzerland. Botman next to him, plays it wide on the left to Gordon, who's dropped a long way back here. Byrne is ahead of him, but Gordon's trying to shake off Hume and then flicks it back to Botman, who plays it to his right to Fabian Schär, and Schär swings his foot through it, looking for Byrne, takes it on his chest and puts it out for a throw to Sunderland. Newcastle in their black and white stripes, white shorts and white socks this afternoon. Sunderland, of course, in their red and white stripes, black shorts and red socks. And I know people are watching this, tuning into this all around the world today, from Australia, Europe, the Far East. Here's Joe trying to waltz his way through, but it's won back by Bruno to Longstaff, and Longstaff plays it back to Trippier just inside his own half, to Bruno again, and then forwards to Joe Linton looking for Almiron, but he cuts out.
And Newcastle have got a lot of possession, they're passing the ball quite nicely.
He's tackled by Almiron, but the ball
doing much
goes
with
to
it,
Ekwa,
but we've got
battling with
possession.
Trippier, the ball rolls out, it's a throw to Newcastle, quickly taken by Kieran Trippier, who, let it not be forgotten, has got 46 England caps. As the ball comes back to Sven Botman, pushes it forwards to Longstaff, through to Isak, immediately closed down, but it's played back to Bruno Guimaraes, and then out wide on the left to
4
Anthony
times
Gordon,
already.
trying to get it through for Isak, and it's wrestled off him by O'Nien, back to Patterson. Isak goes to close him down, Patterson clears, and it bounces through. Rusin will give chase, but Schär just lifts it over Rusin, down to Botman, in went Clark, caught Botman.
It's caught him, hasn't he?
It's caught him on the knee.
Yeah, interesting to see what happens here.
Very interesting, because Craig Dawson, and Clark's over the player apologising, but Craig Dawson straight back here and pulling
How are you
Clark to
doing,
one side, or he will
It's
do.
one of them, he's got to go for it.
He's
He's
got to
bouncing.
go for it, he caught him. I think Botman's made more of
He's
it.
made a meal of it, hasn't he? Botman.
That was my initial impression. He's made a little bit more of it than he needed to. Clark being spoken to now by Craig Pawson. History between the two, of course, because it was Clark who was clearly fouled in that Blackburn penalty area last season at Ewood Park, and Craig Pawson didn't give the penalty, and they went down the other end and scored. Just a word as Clark helps Botman up to his feet, and Botman slowly pulls himself up, just rests on the haunches for a moment.
What Sam said.
And Dubravka comes out and has a word with him. As fourth official just having a word in the ear of Eddie Howe, who's called Kieran Trippier across to him. Free kick then in the middle of the Newcastle half. It's left for Botman to tap to Shah, and Shah being urged forwards by Dan Burn across to the left, and Botman now bringing it up into the centre circle. Short pass forward to Almiron, back it comes to Shah, and Shah on the halfway line, on the right. Joe Linton's running all over, but the ball is played across the back three. Here's Burn, out to Gordon on the far side. Gordon's caught by Hume. Clear trip. Gordon lies on the halfway line, another free kick.
He's making another meal of it as well, Gordon. Yeah, he's been tripped. It's not that bad.
There was one game.
He's just gone over his leg, man. Come on. Get up.
He's now...
He wants him to get a booking, that's what he's
on his knees. They're trying
get up.
Newcastle players are trying their hardest to get bookings for Sunderland. Like, they're making a meal after every single challenge.
It's absolutely pathetic.
17th minute. Here's Trippier on the Shah on the right. Trippier's out wide here now. Trippier looks up, crosses, floats up towards Gordon.
That's a good Neil, I know.
Gordon will in on the far side and left of the penalty area, pulls it back here now to Bruno, and he will play it into the path of Shah. Shah here to the right to Trippier. Ekwa has to come and close him down. But
I was saying after Asamoah Gyan.
It looked like it had gone out. It didn't look like it probably hadn't crossed the whole of the line. And now Trippier into Bruno again, who tried to curl it round. Ballard, they appeal for handball. Nothing from the referee. It's cleared to halfway, and Trippier puts it back to Dubravka. 0-0 in the 20th minute. Up to Ballard to head. Back to Rusin on the halfway line. Rusin, he's tripped now by Bruno. Free kick to Sunderland.
Well done, Rusin.
Straight up. Neil to Ekwa in the centre circle, back behind is O'Nien. Now to Ballard. Ballard to Ekwa on this left hand, to Elise, sorry, on this left hand side. I keep on calling him Ekwa, don't I? Elise.
Shouting on ball for that man, get away.
To O'Nien, he didn't quite control it, and Gordon's trying to make the most of this, but O'Nien gets the ball back, stabs it out to Job on this left hand side. He's brought down by Almiron. No, it's not.
So slow there, Bellingham there, like.
Elise puts his left foot through it. Challenge on Longstaff. And the ball launched all the way back to Dubravka. Across
this ref is a mag, says
Jonathan. Burn to Botman.
You want to win, Ollie?
He swings it out wide here again. And it's out for throw to Sunderland. Naji Elise coming down to take this. Almost halfway through the first half, and it's goalless, and it's a real cup tie, isn't it?
A real cup tie, but I think Michael Beale will be the happiest of the two managers.
Well, they've done well. They could have been one down after 2 minutes.
We have a review.
Here's Clark.
That's late. That's late. Out of control.
Back again. I
mean,
to Newcastle,
there's another yellow card that hasn't given. I'm fine with this.
Linton.
I'm absolutely fine with it.
What's your thoughts on the first 20 minutes then, lads?
Entertaining.
Played back in by Burn to Bruno.
Newcastle are keeping hold of the ball as to be expected, like, aren't they?
Again, driven that ball right across the pitch.
You can tell them in all the
ball.
Right, yes, you can. You absolutely can. You can also tell they've spent £12 more per player than us.
Longstaff came through.
We hold no
edge of
run.
the 6-yard
They don't
box
look
and puts
like.
It over.
Yeah, you've just got to be wary.
So far, I genuinely think
Almiron picks the ball
Leicester have been in a better opponent.
Trippier does that overlap
for us to come up against.
The longer it stays 0-0, when Newcastle constantly play like this all the time, the more Sunderland will come into it, and the more the pendulum will swing Sunderland's way.
Have an opportunity.
I think so. We're the home team, mate, and let's face it. I dare say that even if it goes a little bit sour at points, the fans will be behind them the entire game.
Halfway through the first half.
Newcastle have been training theatrics all week, says Ham.
All the players just sort of drifting towards this near side now. Patterson, all in yellow, kicks the yellow ball up over Job, up towards Rusin.
Cabby, I bet
gets his head on it, and Trippier will let it drop out for a throw to Newcastle.
We win.
Halfway inside the Newcastle half on the right-hand side.
I can't see him be sniffing at Nicholas because I think they'll be rotten by now.
Plays it back to Shah, up towards Isak, still in his own half, laying it off to Byrne, and Byrne forwards to Joel Linton, blocked by Hume. Another throw to Newcastle on the far side, on the left, just shy of halfway, drops for Joel Linton. Byrne. Back again to Botman. Cross here now. Shah forwards to Trippier down the right, looking for the run of Almiron. The cross comes Ballard and just shepherds it out. Goal kick.
Good cover there by Ballard. But again, it's just Trippier on this right hand side. You know, Jack Clark's just got to be a little bit aware of it, because he's giving him a little bit too much time and space, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, all that talk about Clark taking on Trippier, he's not actually had a run at him yet, has he?
You know, Trippier's pushing him back this way.
Yeah, he is.
Making him defend more. We need to get Clark on the ball so he can have a go at Trippier, take him the other way.
Patterson then another goal kick for Sunderland. Drives it towards the centre. It's headed away by Botman.
It usually is true, isn't it?
On halfway, bounces back here. Ballard, Isak's got a head on it, and Ballard with
Jeffrey
his
Hunt,
left foot
Liverpool fan, good luck Newcastle. Hello Jeffrey, how are you doing?
To Newcastle.
Newcastle are in pretty much
On the right,
control at the moment.
Trippier comes forwards to take this 20 yards from the corner to Joel Linton, who gets it back to Trippier on the right hand side, and then back it comes to Shah, who just sweeps it into the middle to Botman in the Newcastle half, into the centre to Bruno Guimaraes, and to Gordon, back to Bruno.
This is where Trippier is now.
He's gone wide and forwards, hasn't he?
Yeah, you've got to be wary of him.
Clark had drifted away in field. Throw though to Sunderland, Elise will take. It's Millwall 0, Leicester 2. And one of the other games kicking off at lunchtime. Elise then, halfway inside his own half on the left. Job has got Bruno on his shoulder. Headed on by Clark. Now Rusin was surely being pulled down by Shah, but play goes on. Shah eventually puts the ball out. Rusin's appealing to the referee.
The referee saying that he's backing into him.
He was, isn't he? Elise with a throw to Neil. Back to Elise. He's under pressure, digs it out, comes back to Trippier. Hooks it in the air, looking for Isak. Ballard heads it away. And Pritchard now on the left, looking to try and get Rusin through. He has to tackle Shah, who heads it away. Neil tackled for the ball out for a throw. Getting no time on the ball. Wimbledon 1, Ipswich 2.
Andrew, hello mate, how are you doing? You're welcome.
Elise back to Clark here in front of Michael Beale. And Clark back to Ballard.
I love how Bell's
Ballard closed down by Almiron, sweeps it across to the right. Hume heads it on, but there's nobody there. Pritchard will give chase to Byrne. Byrne plays it back into Dubravka, who passes it out now to Shah. And Shah driving it up to Isak in the centre circle, wrestling with O'Nien. No foul, says the referee. Hume to Pritchard, behind him Ekwa. Ekwa now across here to Dan Neil on the left-hand side. And Neil looking up, he's in the middle of the Newcastle half, looking for one of Hume. Great ball. Hume back into Ekwa here, and Ekwa dinking one up into the penalty area and caught easily by Dubravka. Job was going through, but this was always my fear. Will Sunderland be able to get the ball into the penalty area?
Well, we've got to try to get the ball out to Clark first.
Yeah. 0-0, 27th minute.
And this is where, Trippier is. Look where Trippier is.
Wide, and Clark, well, he's aware he's out there, but Trippier's pushing on. There's Longstaff back to Shah, across to Botman. Out to Byrne on the far side. And Byrne back into the centre to Longstaff. Looking for Trippier. Clark has to cut across now. Trippier's taken this down. Sipping inside of Clark. Putting the ball into Longstaff. On halfway. Back to Trippier. Almiron's wide right ahead of him now. Back to Trippier. And Trippier back to Shah. He plays it square to Botman. On halfway. Forwards now down the left to Byrne. Byrne inside to Joel Linton, who plays it back to Bruno on halfway. In the middle. And he just plays it to Shah again. Trippier's behind him. Here's Trippier on the halfway line.
Yeah.
And Trippier just tapping it to Shah. And Shah again, short pass to Trippier into Botman in the centre circle.
David has mentioned it
through
all
the middle
time.
to Isak.
The inconsistency is shocking.
Bruno made a run.
The referee.
Gordon was calling for it, but it's back on halfway for Newcastle. Here's Shah. Shah again trying to put it back up into the Sunderland penalty area, straight at Patterson. O'Nien closed down by Joel Linton, gets the ball out on the right to Hume. Past Byrne, forwards towards Pritchard. Pritchard, who hasn't really got in the game yet, lays it off to Hume, back to Pritchard. Pritchard a little back heel, looking for Hume, and the ball goes out, throw to Sunderland. Pritchard is going to leave the throw for Trey Hume. No Roberts, of course, today. Injured, that calf injury is keeping him out. Hume with his throw on the right-hand side from the half hour. 0-0. Neil in the air, poked into the centre where Ekwa wins it, plays it to Elise on his left-hand side.
Give
now.
him the ball.
And out to Clark. Clark closed down immediately by Trippier, tries to get it off him, but Clark turns inside, gets away, and then left of the centre circle is caught by Almiron, who puts it through the middle. Isak and Ballard, and Isak's gone, taken in the penalty area and gone down. Patterson picks up the ball.
Well done, Ballard.
No penalty.
Well done, Ballard, son.
Isak's furious.
Ballard's quality.
Almiron gives the ball away. Isaac's on.
Patterson collected the ball.
Ballard, class defending, mind.
Stupid by Clark, that mind.
Cry about it, mate.
Clark.
Cry about it.
Trying to take everybody on.
Clark's held his hand up there.
Adelaide.
He can't afford to lose the ball there. But Ballard, I think he's done really well. Was it a penalty or not? 50-50, I don't think so. He just
solid player, Ballard, like,
I think he went down too easily.
He didn't even complain, did he?
Well, he did, but he's not. I just think he went down too easily. I think, as you say, both were losing their balance as they were coming back, chasing back.
But it don't mean no possession.
Throw from Hume to Pritchard.
I've seen referees would have given a free kick for that.
On the touchline in the air, on halfway, and there's a bit of pulling and shoving on Rusin. The ball breaks here now, and Bruno manages to get it back to Shah, and it's played to Trippier.
Sunderland just can't get the ball at the minute, like, can they?
Newcastle penalty area. If you're just joining us,
Isaac fell in Ballard.
Newcastle, it is still 0-0. We're into the last 15 minutes of the first half. Ball won by O'Nien to Ekwa, but Clark is fouled by Trippier. Longstaff trying to plead the case, but the referee's given the free kick. It's not going to change his mind. Clark then on this left-hand side.
Refs are Mackham.
15 yards inside the Newcastle half. Pritchard's coming to take
I think
the free
it's
kick.
6.5 have done the other between Isaac and Ballard there, like we're both whistling for that.
Third
Pritchard
half though, this referee
placing the
it's not
ball.
bad, this
Newcastle
referee-
holding the line, 25 yards out. Clark is wide on the left here. Gordon's aware he's there. Pritchard feigned to pass it to Clark now. Will, with his right foot, drive it over to the far side of the penalty area. Ballard goes down, the free kick's gone Newcastle's way. I didn't really see a great deal there.
No.
But here's Bruno, plays it across to Shah, and Shah across to Botman again inside the Newcastle half.
Nobody's scared.
Forwards Bruno just in front of him, back across to Shah on this right-hand side. And now back again to Dubravka, who comes out of his penalty area, taps it to Botman. Botman to Byrne. Byrne forwards to Joel Linton. And then down the line, Gordon back to Joel Linton. Into the middle to Botman. Botman through the middle, but it'll be picked up by Dan Neal. Plays it through to Pritchard, trying to get it to Joe, but it's run to Shah. Now long stop in the centre circle, and to Byrne. Byrne looking for the run of Gordon, cut out, no it's not. It's got past Hume, Gordon into the penalty area, pulling it back, and it's just stabbed away. He comes to long stop, 18 yards out, puts it over the bar.
Yeah, we just got to be wary. I just say at times we've just given away the ball a little bit too easily, haven't we? And we get, we haven't been punished for it.
Maidstone 1, Stevenage 0 in the cup. I mean, that's 3 chances for Newcastle, all fallen to Sean Longstaff. It's still 0-0. Kick up from Patterson, headed back by Shah, Trippier,
just
then
hoofs it into the rafters.
So Gary Bennett laughing at the Sunderland chance, but I tell you what, we've got to give him respect. He's been there and done it, and he's played in a few derbies, Gary Bennett. Like, he knows what it's all about.
And plays it wide then to Anthony Gordon. And
what are you thinking so far then? It's all Newcastle like, isn't it? It's to be expected, I guess.
They are the better team, mate, but it's like...
And into the centre again to Bruno.
It's still 0-0, and that's all that matters.
Wide. Joel Linton.
Even that though, as soon as Sunderland get into their box, we're scoring. I don't care
Joel Linton
how we do it. We just need to get into their box.
The penalty area here. Low ball in, and it's an own goal, is it, from Ballard? Ballard spat out, stretched his leg out in front of Isak and steered it into his own net.
Oh no!
And in the 35th minute, Newcastle United take the lead.
That's an own goal.
Yeah,
it's an own goal by Ballard
again. That's been 2 or 3 occasions Nick Red have got round the back
so
of first player.
It's typical, isn't it?
Behind Trey Hume, and this time that ball which is played into that 6-yard box. Unfortunate for Ballard, he's got a goal on it, he's gone into his own goal.
Imperfect.
And Dan Ballard, who'd had such an good opening half an hour, will be inconsolable at that.
Imperfect.
But I think we've seen in a couple of occasions the pace.
Yes.
You're Joe Linton there picking the ball up, and all of a sudden he's gone.
Well, if he wasn't getting that, I think Isaac was, wasn't he?
I think it's on Hume there. Hume missing that tackle. It was, yeah.
Dan Ballard.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Tried to cut the ball out. Great run from Joe Linton. And twice
Here we are.
That's now Hume got caught.
So Ballard, it hit Ballard. It hit his knee. Oh, he's been class though. He's been class.
But they've got to try.
Is Freo Fremantle? Yeah, Freo is Fremantle.
Back in this game. They can't afford to concede a second.
West Coast.
Immediately.
Ballard on goal. We've been dominated. Have we though? I think we're watching different games here, Graham, because I think we've been half decent. We just haven't had it in their final third.
And we haven't got Clark into the game, have we? Going forward, we haven't really created anything going forward. A couple of times we have been
I don't think so. I genuinely don't think we're going to get fun. Get the ball in the box or in their box and we're scoring. It's as simple as that.
We just haven't created enough for that, but we've not really done anything.
Yeah, there is that. What, we're 36 minutes in and we haven't had a shot on target yet.
Sort of giving them a bit too much respect. I think it almost looked like someone were just trying to defend to go for a 0-0 draw for a replay.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time left, and the chairman, Graham says the chairman's already given Newcastle the game for the kick-off. He must sell the club.
Who must sell the club?
KLD must sell the club.
Why?
Because of the Black Cats barking.
Out to Elise, back to Ekwa. Ekwa now looking for Job.
You only sing when you're winning.
That's
That's funny.
He's been caught, Job.
It's left Almiron on the floor.
Go on then, Riley. Ask your riddle. That's why I was saying the team you're watching the match and has no
Burns striding up at the edge of the penalty area, back inside to Bruno though.
Still plenty of time, yeah.
And
Bruno,
Bruno's
it's
out
quality
wide again
really taken over now.
to Joe
Like,
Linton. And he's looking
Not
to tap
really.
it down to Burn.
I think the first goal.
Wide on that left-hand side. Joe Linton.
So the first goal, Trey Hugh misses the slide tackle. That allows an extra 5 yards, maybe 6 yards for is it Gutierrez, the guy with the blonde hair, to burst down the left-hand wing, cross it in. Ballard tries to hook it clear, misconnects on his leg, goes off his knee, goes in the back of the net. Isaac would have a tap in. I think you're right on that one, Cabby, but that's not like they've been dominating us and have like the best quality in the world. It's a missed tackle and a weird connection on a cross. Sammy, welcome along. How do you put a giraffe in the fridge? I don't know. Ask Anthony. It's his it's his mum.
Just in
I don't know.
Sunderland half on the right to Almiron.
Got to hope to get Newcastle get complacent. Oh, they will. Like, we've been behind against Newcastle before, and we've ended up winning. We drew.
We're just constantly on the back foot. I'd like to see Sunderland just at least having a try, have a go.
That'd be nice.
Back to Botman. Forwards again.
Now Job looks nervous. I've switched the game off because I can't watch it. It's hard watch. Fair enough, Graham.
We need the type of a League Catalan player in Jason
Murphy. He's got in again.
I mean, isn't that all 9 for us?
Almiron looking to try and get it over to Gordon. It was cut out by Hume.
Similar shirts, still confused.
One back from Pritchard by Joe Linton.
Yeah, there's a stat I think I'll point out. XG 0 for Sunderland so far.
Hume gets a yellow card.
I think
we haven't had a shot.
We got, Nick, but it's not a problem.
Open the door and put the giraffe in. Shut the door.
I
mean, that,
you know how quickly Newcastle try to win the ball back. You know, they lose it and then straight away to get it back
in. Yeah.
That's kind of.
And that's the difference.
Smart.
And now Sunderland have to defend.
Similar shirts, confused watching. Fair enough.
You can. There's no.
When was the last time Sunderland versus Newcastle wasn't red and white versus black and white?
Maintaining in the first half, and you know the chances have all come at the Roker end. Sunderland, they come back to this point. Sunderland, you can't. They've got to find a way of getting in that Newcastle penalty area.
I think it's always been black and white versus red and white when these two teams play each other. Not going to change that.
You know, we've got to do things quicker.
Roberto Rodriguez, Beleza Mano.
So this free kick.
Yeah. You can't know Roberto. Fair enough.
And this is what I think is a threat.
How do you put the elephant in the fridge? I'm guessing exactly the same way.
Especially when Trippier's on the ball. It's quality on the ball. But they are a big team.
It's
are you having a giraffe?
Halfway between the corner of the
we've got no leaders on the pitch. We're miles away from Premier League. We're nowhere near promotion. Chairman must buy some experience. He's living on FIFA, I think.
Happy. Trippier then from the.
I mean, we know where we're at, mate.
Oh yeah, of course.
Burns making a move here. The ball in towards.
We're not disillusioned. We were never going into this game going we should smash them. I think we were all going. We can snatch it. We can get something from it.
On the right hand side at the
whereas they were like, we're going to embarrass you 9-0.
Comes down to take it.
You got to stick in there. That's what.
Good header clearance from that.
We haven't been disgraced so far, have we?
We don't have faith, we don't have anything.
I think, 1-0 is recoverable.
Says a ham. I mean, you're not wrong there, mate. Ballard is being class.
Trippier, I think, responding to something that's being said to him, points the finger.
But for fuck's sake, they're different colour shirts. I think it's just a lot of white stripes, that's what's done. Take the giraffe out, put the elephant in, shut it out.
Headed back out past Isak.
You were right, David.
He chases back onto it. Clark goes with him. Isak just steers it back. Gordon behind him. Who's driven it.
They're getting a lot of set pieces, Newcastle.
Luke O'Neill and
Newcastle corner.
Wrestle for this.
Key and Trippier hooks it in, and Ballard again hooks it clear. Goes down the our right wing, their left.
Gets it inside of Job, who lets
and they've got to recycle it.
For a goal kick. Did well there, Job.
Yeah, he did very well there. But again, Nick,
Dan Byrne didn't know how to react to Luke O'Neill there, does he?
Going forward.
Yeah, I think it's something we touched on.
You can't rely on Jack Clark all the time. You need another outlet, and we haven't got it. As you just mentioned, Roberts is a miss on that right hand side.
Yeah.
At least he could.
Yeah, Patrick Roberts a miss. We're missing Patrick Roberts. Do you think?
Kick from Patterson.
My brother is called David.
But drops for Neil.
Not this David.
Free kick to Sunderland on the halfway line on the
my dad and my nephew are David as well.
One shot off target, that's what we've had so far.
I can't even remember how a shot off target, mate.
Take this.
I'll be happy if it's just 1-0 at half time.
Give it away. Give the ball away. Almiron into Joel Linton in the centre
happy with anything from the game, to be honest.
Gordon placed the ball between the defenders for Gordon to run towards the corner. He's taken on
Sunderland is poor going forward. I expect better from Bellingham. He's not really had much of the ball.
In the middle onto Bruno, and he taps it back here to Trippier, who looks up and dinks it up into the penalty area, headed away on the penalty spot by O'Nien, who was fouled by Gordon. So a free kick to Sunderland.
We're playing well, but need to be more decisive.
And that's where we're looking at.
You're not wrong, mate.
You know,
wasn't Jordan was actually a hell of a goal by Sunderland.
In the Championship, you won't get away with that. What Ekwa's doing, you know, a little sloppy.
Ekwa had a shot from distance, I think. Well, what time was that?
You're not going to get away with it. You cannot afford to, you know, you win the ball and give it away, because you spend a long time.
That hair is exactly how I broke my arm.
Look how hard they're working.
Ballard's tripped by Isak.
So, do you know that tackle that just had on Luke O'Nien?
1-0 to Newcastle.
With the defender running into the back while the person's jumping up for a header. That's how I broke my arm. Jumped up exactly like that, and then like landed on my hand, and it just snapped. So that's why I've got this horrible scar.
Tries to get away from Bruno. He's done well then, Dan Neil.
Go on, Ekwa.
Looks up.
Get inside. Go on, go on.
It's cut out though by Longstaff.
Crazy comments.
Pritchard trying to win it back. Joel Linton. Neil crashes into Bruno. Joel Linton comes away from Gordon through the middle and passing it, looking for Isak, but cut out by Ballard.
I think he's got time to go.
Ballard to Clark on the left here, Clark back to...
What's the possession? What's the possession, Alex? Possession, it must be 80% Newcastle, is it?
When it recycles around, I'll give you the latest number.
In the corner for Sunderland.
Fair enough.
And we touched on it about
is our striker there? Lucian has had the ball probably about 5 times collectively. Our possession is 29%.
Newcastle 1 up in the last minute.
We did good, just a lucky goal. I'm stupid, yeah, exactly, football.
I think Isaac was getting there though if Ballard weren't.
Almiron trying to get it back here to Trippier, who lifts it down the right looking for Longstaff, but Ekwa nods it back into Ballard, who hooks it out.
The work hard to get the ball back.
Down to Bruno. Bruno away to the left. Dan Burns come up again. Burn back.
Cheers,
to
Angela.
Gordon, and Gordon into the middle. Bruno, and he's swung it into the penalty area, looking for Almiron with his left foot just past the post.
You know, Elise is putting his hand up, waving for offside. If it's offside, the linesman will
if you could do that,
flag,
that'd be class.
You. Deal with the moment.
Oh,
deal
Almiron.
with that situation.
And that could have crept in from Almiron.
He's one on, like he's eyebrow FC, isn't he?
3 minutes, by the way.
Wash your mate. Bring on bar. Oh yeah, yeah. Where's the soap? I'll go and grab some.
And,
sorry. Yeah.
He
half volleys it.
But no free kick.
He half volleys it and goes around the post.
Comes away with it over halfway out to Gordon on the left. Burn striding forwards
we'd
again.
We'd be buzzing if we got that goal.
Gordon back inside to Bruno. Job couldn't get onto it.
God, the gulf between the two teams is absolutely massive.
Through the middle stretch for
wash your mind.
In the end, they do give it away to Ekwa.
We just can't keep the ball for more than 3 seconds, like.
Gordon on the far side. Hume trying to put pressure on Gordon. He leaves it for Joel Linton, who's played it back to Bruno on the halfway line.
When did you take that, mate?
To Almiron in the 2nd minute of the 3.
The golf inequality is showing, I think.
And Trippier back again to Shah.
I'm not 100% on that. Like,
Botman.
Away the lads.
And Botman, as he just pushed it through the middle.
I think
to Gordon,
our issues are what do you call it?
Muscled
under the microscope,
Pritchard
kind of.
Off the ball, bounced off him. And,
when we play Premier League opposition.
To
our attacking options are evident there, but our defensive side of it, like I said, I think they've done really well defensively. We make one slip up and they put
Defensive
hit.
been really good. Midfield and up front was just nowhere near.
Referee, you got to blow your whistle. You got to blow your whistle.
But we know where we need to step up and where we need to improve. What a tackle, Elise here. More of that, please.
We're not disgraced, though. We are not disgraced at all.
Medics. And to get some treatment, was he pulled a hand? Was it the pull or something? I mean,
they've kicked the ball out because of another man on the floor for no reason.
He'll get some treatment just to add more time on.
Can you see Sunderland getting somewhere out of this? I mean, at the minute, they're just a mile off, aren't they?
1-0 to Newcastle. We're approaching half-time. Joe Linton's receiving treatment on the pitch.
Yeah, no,
certainly for Michael.
Can you see us getting anything on?
Yeah, definitely.
I can. I said it was going to be a 1-0 win, but I still see us snatching a goal.
When we win it, unfortunately, we're giving it straight back to him.
We just needed an opportunity in the box. Sorry, this was that replayable? I don't think it really is. You know,
Newcastle get a second, we're done. Like,
got a free roll.
He's got cramp.
We've got to be wary of him.
Just got cramp.
Joe Linton's back up on his feet, just walking out across to the touchline on the far side. We've had the 3 minutes. We're obviously into the 4th minute now. Time being added on at the end of this first 45. There'll be a throw to Sunderland. Hume on the far side, halfway inside his own half on the right. Eddie Howe and Jason.
That's good. That's good.
Conversation.
One of the bars was sold out of beer at 10:20 something this morning.
Dubravka comes out here. Played nearly 4 minutes now of added
2-1. Well, lads. I mean,
Shah has it.
It's going to be half time. Just go.
Joel Linton's waiting to come back.
He's asking the referee to give a player a yellow card.
One down the left, looking for Isak. It'll be headed back to O'Nien by Hume, and O'Nien plays the ball up for Roostin to chase, but Botman's
he's for Newcastle, haven't had a sniff. Yeah, I think that's fair, Graham. That is fair for the first half.
Offside.
Like I said, I don't think we've been. Hell yeah, lads.
Jordan Streamer says, I can see who's getting a goal. I don't know. So far, first half, there's no sign of it anywhere. We can't keep the ball for more than 3 seconds. We can't get a sniff.
I think as soon as Newcastle think they've won it, we get back in it.
I'm happy with it just 1-0, man. You know.
But the chances have been
I said we're not embarrassed by it.
Right, I'm just going to make me boys some close back in a second.
First half done.
And that's the issue, they can't get upfield.
Yeah, that's right. And I think you look at Newcastle, yeah, they're working very hard, they're putting you under pressure. You can see, obviously, the Premier League.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not overly concerned by this.
And the strength which they've got. But also from Sunderland's point of view, you look at Newcastle and you just think, if Sunderland have that little bit more belief, they can have a go at Newcastle.
A little bit fortunate. It probably would have been nice.
He was expecting a little bit more, shall we say, from Newcastle. But I just think that
if we go a goal down, we just give up on the ball at half time. Good half. Well, to be fair,
we've given the ball away.
If we're going by Sunderland's form,
too many times, we've got to do things a little bit quicker. But
a tale of two halves.
1-0. I still think we're in the game, but
we haven't had a single shot on target.
It's got to get back into the game. We've got to have more going forward. You know, you look at Jack Clark. How many touches has he had on the ball? I would say not more than 3. Has he had a run at Trippier? No. You know, what's Roostin done? Okay, he's been fighting and battling.
Are you talking to your stream or to your family there, mate?
Bellingham has been a little bit slow on the ball.
He must be down to his family.
Dominated in the midfield where we've got all the ball and moved the ball.
Right there?
You know, you look at Newcastle, they do things quickly.
Can't see us getting anything out of this ball, unfortunately, but we have been playing
Pritchard's not been able to get into
for
the
the
game
shirt. You
either.
cannot fault that.
I think this is the fear someone expressed at the beginning of the game, is that Newcastle's midfield is so much stronger, and that's proved the case.
It's much more stronger, but also you look at the work rate.
Struggling in the midfield. I think as soon as it gets past the halfway line, we are struggling for the passes.
They don't give you a minute to a second
I didn't like the first half.
Settle on the ball. They're in your faces, they're asking questions, and we panic and
their
give the ball
lead is a
away.
luck factor as well, though.
I wonder what Michael Beale
Their leaders
can do
look
in the
faster.
second half. I mean, it's more a question of trying to tell them to get on the ball more, I suggest.
We've got to try to get
just
many
going
options.
to.
We've got to try to get more players
somebody keep an
forward.
eye on
We've got to
when
be
Cabby
a little
gets
bit more
back, 'cause
forward
it's
mind
got,
thinking. You know, getting the
random
ball,
chat
having a go,
because
get Jack
I'm
Clark in the
background.
game.
I'll go to the half-time socials,
it's an own goal,
but I'm not doing it
unfortunately,
on
for Dan Ballard, who'd had such a good opening half hour that divides the two teams this afternoon. That
Where
came
is
in
it?
the 35th minute.
Who's
Longstaff
winning?
had had 3 chances.
Newcastle,
before that.
2.9%.
Almiron had one afterwards as well
That's
on
funny.
the stroke of time. But we've got the full
Here we
second
go.
half to come on
We
BBC
open.
Radio Newcastle.
Visitors take the lead.
SASC.com.
Thought Ballard was the
After
best
break,
defender in the league.
Sunderland
I mean,
Newcastle United 1.
still is. Who are the lads? They're
BBC
bigger,
Radio
stronger, and more
Newcastle
composed in
at
possession. Great
breakfast.
effort though.
Hi, it's Anna here, and I have been covering breakfast for Matt, who's been
Clark
having
needs to
another
get
week
over
off.
to the
Sensible,
right. They're
like
doing
many
a
of you,
job in
and we've had a
job in
very
on the
busy
left.
old week.
One of the easiest ways to lie to somebody is sit on your hands.
Producer Mish, what are you leaving behind?
I can't think of anything
Joyce
that.
and yes, Dan Ballard.
Oh, Tom, how very rude. Kevin, do you
Get
fancy
the
being
ball
a
on the
gangster in a
ground
Guy
and
Ritchie
play-
movie? Because I think it could
We've been
happen.
playing woeful.
Well, that's
I
me
really
done,
hard
and I have
disagree
been
with that.
banished back to mid-mornings. Matt
Getting
will
beat on
see
your big
you
day out.
Monday
I mean,
at 6.
literally
Matt
45 minutes
Bailey
away
at
from the round
breakfast.
clown.
Back Monday morning.
Like I said,
From 6.
know your players.
BBC Radio Newcastle.
Despite no goal, Ballard and all nine
Total
who've missed it
Sport
before.
Northeast.
Went to Ballard,
The FA Cup.
BBC Radio Newcastle.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not embarrassed by this at all.
And this is Simon Pride
David,
at the Stadium of Light,
Mr.
where
Neutral.
Newcastle United
What
lead
are you
Sunderland
thinking?
by a goal to nil in this FA Cup third round tie at half time, thanks to that own goal from Dan Ballard. Back with your respective commentaries for the second half very shortly. John Anderson is going to have a chat with me, then I'll speak to Marco Gabbiadini, the former Sunderland striker. If you want to send us a message, 08000 321 333 on WhatsApp. Start your message BBC, text 81333. Again, please start your message with the letters BBC and let us know what you make of the first half. I know a lot of you will have been watching on TV, maybe have us on in the background as well, listening to us at half time. So share your thoughts with us. We'll speak to John first and then to Marco, then we'll let John go and get a cup of half-time tea to refresh himself for the second half. But John, you must be pretty happy with the first half. Newcastle have been in control.
Yeah, they
I'm
control it.
slapping
They
that
control
He
the
says,
pace of the
they're
game.
like headless chickens.
Once or
I
twice
hope
when
you
they
mean
upped the
theirs,
tempo and got in
'cause
behind, it caused
I don't think we
Sunderland
have been
problems.
running around clueless.
They've just
Maybe
passed
we
midfield. They've
shouldn't
been too
just
strong and too
have
physical
a
in
clear
there.
direction on who he's trying
Sunderland
to beat
neat and
and where
tidy
he
on the
needs to
ball,
be
but
to
got no
get
physical
the ball
presence.
of the delivery service. But it's been cut
it's
out
been
by the
difficult for
defenders
them.
most times.
You know, there hasn't been a
Best
great deal
opportunity
of
for us is
quality out
with Hume
there.
down the right.
But as I say, when we up the tempo,
Can they
when we
score
look
for
to get it
3.5
behind, that's
goals?
when we're
Probably
causing
not.
Sunderland the problems.
Not sure
If
about
Sunderland
that,
kept it
Shan Ali.
goalless till half time, it might have looked a bit
Mike
different in the
saying,
second
Eddie,
half,
how are
but
the
you might
lads?
still be wary of
Let's
something on the
quite
break.
put that
With a
like
goal to sit on, you would imagine Newcastle will do more of the same in the second.
To be
If they
done.
get a second,
I mean, I know,
the way
absolutely,
things are
like I
looking
said,
now, it'll be
nothing
very, very hard for
is,
Sunderland to
On
come
the
back
evidence
from.
of what you've
Yeah.
seen in the first half, you would say, yeah.
Nothing is guaranteed
you know,
in this
as
game.
I said, I
And
think we've
being
controlled
this
the game.
braggy at 1-0 when you didn't even score
We've
a goal
controlled the
for me,
midfield
that's just
area. We've won
reason.
that physical battle in there. I'd like to see us play with a bit more tempo, mind. I think we're just playing within ourselves. It's a little bit too slow.
Well, you've had more the ball.
You'd like to think that if we up the tempo,
You
when we
look
have upped the
beatable.
tempo, we've caused Sunderland one or two problems. I mean, the goal came from a little ball in behind. Joe Linton gets in. Ballard's got to play it. You know, he can't leave it, or Isak's knocking it into an empty net. There wasn't a great deal he could do.
STO Vibes says Ballard's been our best and their best player.
The scoreline's probably a fair reflection of the first half.
Yeah, good chances, few and far between. Probably Almiron dragged on wide, and of
can't
course
beat
there was a
numbers.
shout
Is
for a
Cabby
penalty
back to
as well. I
didn't
don't know
think
what you
was
thought of it.
No,
No,
I didn't. I thought it was two of them going shoulder to shoulder.
there you go.
6
I
of
think
one,
it is.
half a dozen of the
That's
other.
normally.
May well have been different. The VAR
Hear
hadn't
me
been
out.
involved.
Strike it
I thought
off
it was a
and
good
false nine.
old-fashioned
Oh,
battle.
Elliot, no.
I didn't think there was a great deal in it.
What do you think then in terms of what Eddie Howe will be saying at
trying to hear
half-time,
that
what we
out,
can expect to see
we
from
can't be
Newcastle in the
going.
second half?
We need a striker.
Look, I think he'll be happy with the scoreline. I don't think he's going to be too happy with the performance. You know, I think he'll want the tempo of it to be up.
What are you doing, mate?
As I say, we're a little bit too pedestrian in what we're doing. I have too many touches of the ball. We need to get runners from
Would you
deep.
want to
We need to get our wide
Absolutely.
players on the ball
And
more.
the reason I want to
So he'll be saying, look, we've got to do things an awful lot quicker. When we do it quicker, we cause Sunderland problems.
Have you enjoyed the atmosphere? Have you missed
we
this?
get the same agreements with the mags.
It's been the atmosphere has
giving
been
away an
great.
entire section of the stadium,
has been,
their entitlement that they were crying for.
And we'll let you go and get some refreshment for half-time. Thank you very much indeed for sharing your thoughts. And back with Razor on our Newcastle Perspective second half commentary,
I just want to see that
on our FM frequencies and online as well. Marco Gabbiadini, the former Sunderland striker, is here as well and has been an interested observer in this first half. What are your reflections on a half in which Sunderland were probably outplayed for the majority of it, but they're still in the game?
Chances.
Yeah, I think if we'd have got to half-time 0-0, you'd have
YouTube,
been
welcome along.
very pleased and a little bit relieved. You could just, I think when the Longstaff had a chance from another Gordon breakaway down the left-hand side, got
Roberts is a
deflected out
big
to the edge of
miss.
the box and he missed his opportunity.
I think he's injured.
And I think
We can't really
that
be
was probably the
on who we
second or
can't
third
select.
half chance that they had. You could
I
just
think
start to see the
Rusham has
ascendancy.
been all right. He hasn't really had much of the ball.
Their ascendancy in the
Newcastle's
midfield
penalty
starting
kill.
to make its effect in the
Cry about
final
it more.
third for them. So
Cry about it more.
Sunderland have battled hard. They've put some big tackles in, but they've missed. Starting to miss a few of those tackles. And when you've got the pace, that's what we've talked about. For a long time on Total Sport, especially about this Sunderland side, and it's been one of our biggest deficiencies over the years, and we still struggle, I think, in as a collective.
Yes, mate. Yeah, it's a little bit.
But you can see the real difference between
Newcastle
someone like
will
Joe
win.
Linton,
Probably
who's so
not,
powerful.
but like so as long as we don't get absolutely
the number of
slapped, and I
times
don't
it's
think
been
we
tight in
have
midfield, and they've
We're
got
fine.
onto the ball.
We're fine with
Not
losing.
only just got onto it, we've then put good pressure on them, but
It's
they've
not-
always
doesn't-
managed to just get a pass away before the tackles come in, and then all of a sudden.
Yeah, we're the underdogs. We are fully aware
and
that
he's
we are
having
the
to get up
underdogs.
off the floor,
But
turn
we're
around and run
putting in
back
a
to his
good
own
shape,
goal, and that's
what
when
we
the
as
gaps
fans
start
expect
to
from our
appear, and I
team.
think that's what we've seen a little bit.
But everything else doesn't really
towards
matter.
the end
As
of
long
that
as we
second
don't
half,
go crumble in the second
and Trey
half.
Hume getting a
we
bucket,
get
I think, in the end
red
as well,
cards
which
flagged
could be
and all that
significant.
Some people were a little bit
I'm quite
concerned
proud
about
of
some
how
of the
we've performed
younger
so far
players
this
and whether
game.
they would stand up to the occasion. I don't think there's been any problem with that in terms of the attitude, the endeavour,
done a good
and the
shape.
fact that they've been up for it and they've kind of taken the occasion on
YouTube
board.
says,
But I think, as you
YouTube
pointed out,
says,
it is just
Newcastle
those
must do.
gaps in
Sunderland don't have to. That's the
pace,
difference.
in power, in technique in some cases as well that have been the difference.
Yeah, I mean, look, Newcastle's passing hasn't been great. They've knocked it out of play 5 or 6 times, going for the big diagonal balls, the switch balls. But on the as a piece, when you put it all together, you can see that just those turnover situations, situations where
Thank you,
the
Ed,
ball
for coming
bobbling
across
about.
One goal from
Dan
striker
Neal's had a
since
few where
Feb
he's took it on the
2022.
chest,
Yeah, but it
tried
was in
to
the last
bring the
game,
ball
so
down
you could
to
also
get us
said
playing. But there's been 2 or 3 people around him,
one
and
game since our last striker scored.
overpowered him and got
One
possession
game since
back.
our last
And it's
clean
no
streak.
fault of anybody. It's just that as a collective, Newcastle are
You can use
a
stats
more
and numbers
powerful,
to your
fitter,
benefit
stronger
and to
team because of
however you might want to
probably
call it.
the experience of
We
their
know what our
players,
weaknesses
and
are.
their players play in the
Getting
Premier League, and their
consistency
players
goals
play for
from
top
our
international
strikers.
teams.
Our
So
number one priority
that's the
now.
difference that
Defensively,
but
at the
Sunderland
start
knew
of
that
the
before this
season,
game
we
started,
fixed that up.
and I don't
It's
think they
case in
started
point. We've been
nervously
really
or they
solid
didn't look
defensively.
overawed.
It's one slip up from
And it's still only 1-0, so it only takes a moment of madness from a defender or
nothing
a
to do with how well
moment of
Newcastle
magic
played
from
that goal.
one of our forwards, and
It's pure luck.
the game can change quickly. But
and pictures, I'm just chilling.
towards the
Fair
end of
enough,
that
mate.
half,
Fair enough,
some
man.
worrying
Either way,
times.
it's a good experience for some of the young players. Yeah, it's a good experience for some of the good players, but it's also a lot of fans' first derbies. It's been 8 years since someone have played Newcastle in any tournament or any game.
What would your
yes, they haven't beat us since 2011-12.
If you were him to his players, what would you be thinking of in
We've
terms
beat
of
them, I think it's 7 out of the 9 last games as well.
Yeah,
so
it's like a difficult one because
it's been 8 years since anybody that's new to the club, that's grown up, that's just come along, have actually experienced it. And this is the first one that they get to find out about. And if that mentality of Newcastle's bigger than Sunderland is in there, and then they're not as big as they think, that's a win for Sunderland.
I'm back, guys. Yeah, right.
There you go, Ham. This is my first derby. Going to one's class. So Cabby is back. Perfect. Thank you for confirming, and I shall unmute. Perfect. Welcome back, Cabby.
Hello.
Hello. All we could hear was your background conversation, so we fixed that a little bit.
Do you want to do some socials or not?
Yes, please, mate. Yes, please. They are always good. Millwall have pulled a goal back against Leicester. It's now 2-1 at the Den. First half started See you, good luck. No worries. Enjoy. 2-2, hopefully. I reckon Sunderland can snatch a goal from here, and we can get something for it. We just need to get the ball in the box. Literally hoof along. Who? Sutton. Oh yeah, Coventry 4-1. There is literally a gulf between those two teams now, though. Cabby, I can hear the telly, I think.
Can I go to Ollie's one?
Sam? I said 2.
Yeah. What's the social saying then, Cabby?
Just 2 seconds. I'm just trying to load something up at the moment.
Hopefully I can get to the Stadium Light in the next few years. If you can get to the Stadium Light, come up. You're more than welcome. Every single person at the Stadium Light is made to feel welcome, unless they are.
Right, here we go. We've got some socials here. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to keep this ball. Too many times we're being caught on it, and our passing has been dreadful. We seem panicking when we get the ball, like a hot potato or a ticking time bomb. We can't wait to get rid of it quick enough. We're lucky if we can keep the ball for 3 seconds max, and then it's back to Newcastle. George Stewart says it's hardly a battle. Hardly a battle. Very, very easy for Newcastle so far. They've beaten Sunderland and they've not broken sweat at all. Such a one-sided game. I was hoping for a little more. Thank you, Sunderland. Not only did you decorate our own bar, but Newcastle.
Yeah, so somebody's building on the negative. You've got yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Lack of battle so far. We need to get in amongst them. They're controlling the game as we are allowing them playing defensively because we probably have to. They have every player almost unmarked. Too much for Trippier. If this is the gulf between the potentially poor Newcastle side and what we're seeing so far, my God, Sunderland have got a long, long way to go thinking about getting back to the Prem.
Yeah. I think I don't know if you hear me, but I think I've called out a lot of what has been said there. We know where we are, we know where our weaknesses, and we know where we need to improve. I think that's case in point. It's exemplified when we come up against Premier League opposition. It was done against Fulham last season. It's in this game here against Newcastle. Get a experienced striker who's putting the ball in the back of the net consistently. Our defence is solidified up. Midfield today, we've been cut out down the wings and we've got no option in the middle in terms of like feeding the ball towards their box through the middle, and that's where we would have getting a lot more opportunities today. So we know what we're missing, but again,
well, this is coming from the Newcastle supporters, believe it or not. Lucky to be in the lead, produced very little, and anything we do produce, Longstaff skies over the bar. How can a professional footballer not be able to hit the ball a target from that far out? Newcastle by far the better side, but our finishing in front of goal is horrendous. Not using the wings enough for me. If Sunderland do come at us and do get a goal, believe it or not, it will rattle Newcastle and it will be worrying times. Get a second goal and it is game over.
Do you know? Yeah, second goal would be it would be pretty much impossible for us to rescue anything from this game. But all we need to do is get the ball in their box, and I think they'll foul us. We'll get a penalty. Tuck that away. 1-1. Done.
It's a kid. What do I have to do though, Ant?
Literally put the ball in the box.
To get into the box, to actually get hold of the ball long enough to create that chance. Because at the moment we're just
hoof it up. Put Meander and Mia on, two big bulky blokes against their defence. So yeah, they're Premier League defenders, but they are vulnerable today.
Of course, and it is only 1-0, and as long as it is only 1-0, you've always got that chance. And I don't care if you're playing Benfica, if it's only 1-0, you just need that lucky break like what Newcastle got off us. Would you take? I mean, I did notice a lack of pace on Bellingham before, very early on. He got the ball and he tried to come away with it, and my God, he was like five yards behind the player closing in on him.
Yeah.
Who would you take off? Any subs?
BBC Radio Newcastle.
Yes. I'd sub off Bellingham, and potentially sub off. Who is it? Hume.
He'll come in tonight.
Hume. But I don't think there's going to be any subs for at least 10-15 minutes, mate. There's not going to be any subs at half time. It makes no sense. We're doing okay. We're not being embarrassed, and keep the lads performing well.
I'm just going to go to gentleman's convenience. What we want.
No worries, Jacob. Catch in a sec. Eddie Howe is very aware of the importance of this fixture. Would love a comeback here. anything at all, says Ed. I agree with that, mate. It's I think that like we said from minute one, the pressure is purely on Newcastle. If we get anything from it, it's it's going to be the food for all of our banter for the next couple of years until we play each other in the league again, and we will be playing each other in the league again once we've caught up to where we want to be.
To be honest with you, pass that remote on back on.
Yeah. Sorry. Crossfire says, we're not the best so far, but second half we can provide something special, and that's it. The second half is about to kick off, and let me turn on the sound.
The Newcastle fans aren't comfortable, believe it or not. There's not much Mickey taking going on. They're not that comfortable. They know.
Offside.
Oh.
Newcastle offside. Alicia kicks it away. True. If
I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that goal. It's 2-0 Newcastle already.
He's offside.
Eh?
Great play against them. Missed the Derby days. Keep the faith. By the sounds of it, getting Clark further forward.
What in the hell?
That is the shittest start to a half I've ever seen.
My God.
We're in for a beating, lads.
Substitutions happening then. Yep. 42 seconds into the half. 42 seconds into the half. That's shit. That's fucking pathetic. Ekwar.
I'm sorry, Ant, but we're going to be getting stopped. We're not just
what's
Ant.
Ekwar here? High pressure. Tap. Square ball. Sorry.
Oh,
so Ekwar literally getting pressured by
losing to a team who can't beat
Almiron
Liverpool.
squares ball and Isaac tapping. That is horrific from Ekwar. Yeah, game over.
We're in for a frigging beating. We'll turn this shit off.
Mate, you shouldn't go in the loo. You said don't go to the loo. It's all on you. Ekwar screwed up there, mate. Ekwar screwed up.
Do you want to put YouTube back on? I'm not going to watch the rest of it. We've lost this. I'm just going to listen to the audio commentary.
Yeah, I'm sticking to it. I'm watching the whole thing. I don't. I don't care if we lose like 7-8-0. I will always support this fucking club regardless of what happens. So it doesn't matter.
Christ, I mean, that must have been straight from the kick-off. That goal, was it?
42 seconds.
And what happened to our bar just makes it worse, Dad, when we lose. Makes it worse, doesn't it?
That has just absolutely zapped any confidence that we can get a result from it.
And he's still get
a goal.
He's me saying I'd be happy with it being it's only 1-0.
I don't think the game's lost yet. Yeah, there's 44 minutes. Newcastle made a sub, by the way. Don't know if you were aware of that.
What is ridiculous?
What's happening there?
They're going to get so much grief.
Alright, Ekwar's on the ball. Give it to somebody in space.
What
That's a shot! Oh, it's a first shot on target! Sunderland actually putting in efforts onto the Newcastle goal. That's a foul. Sunderland free kick on the edge of the box. On your... Good on you.
What happened to their second goal? Did we screw up because I missed it? What happened?
Ekwar passes it. Well, Ekwar gets pressured by Almiron. Almiron square balls it. Isaac taps it in.
We haven't.
But Ekwar is trying to recover for that. Look at this! Look at this shot, man. It's a really good shot. Keeper has to keep his ball into action there. He's diving the wrong way. Oh, and it's a deflection as well.
Well, you can blame
I don't think we have the offensive control to come back from that hover run. Right.
To try and take it out of its own box. No, the defenders behind it. Can't blame manager for that.
So, we picked a team and it is a good formation.
Well, we've
Pritchard's
just
on the ball.
go
on, hook it in. Into the box, what we need it to be. Don't get it off the first man.
We're in for a beating though.
Is the stadium empty? No. Christ. If anybody's leaving the stadium, they're not proper fans in any ways. 50 minutes into the game and you're walking out. Nah, not happening. The stadium's still filling back up from half time, mate. People still getting their pies and the pints and chips.
Well, they certainly won't be enjoying them now, will they?
Great time to go to Sunderland for now.
You can literally see fans walking down the steps to their seats. It's not emptying. It's the opposite.
Oh, you just cannot have done it.
I don't think we've had the offensibility to come back from that. Yeah, I hope you're wrong as well, Robin. But
shit time, Dad. Our bar's been messed up. We're losing from our big rivals.
Have some positivity.
It's just annoying that
Dave Bellingham off. He looks so today. I mean, we need somebody in the middle who's able to break through their lines or find the passes. Pritchard has been quiet as well.
Do you know what makes it worse? It's because of the Black Cats bar incident. We'll lose it and we'll become a meme. We'll become a meme.
Doesn't matter. I don't care. We can be a meme. We've been memes
quiet
before.
on live, yeah.
That's a foul. That's a blatant foul.
Good lads.
Kieran Trippier is an absolute melt.
Kick to us. Not a corner to them.
Yeah. So this is not giving us a free kick, by the way. That's not giving us a free kick.
Oh, that gets some grief for club, Dad, Jesus.
And the defender like complains. Sure.
Oh yeah, Cabby says we've gone out to lose it too.
House a little bit more calmer now.
Yeah. The two and have most pressure. Yeah, absolutely, Jordy.
Nah, we're not good today. There's something not right.
Yes, it is. Cool. Gonna be a long enough. It doesn't matter. We're here for it.
So it's good to play well against the team. But we're not doing something you can't well have some having some sort of stuff or making bad passes. He can't do it.
Go on. Dan Neil to Ekwar. Too short for him.
Oh shit.
Going to go to sleep. I hope I wake up to a win. No worries, Sam. Enjoy your evening. A lot can happen in 40 minutes. Come on, lads. Heads up, you can do it. I mean, we can.
Boys.
Yeah.
There's Jordan Pickford in the stands watching.
That's nice. That was a terrible pass through to the man. What's up?
If only we had Diallo in the team, we might have actually scored.
Go on, Newcastle, finish them off. I think we're finishing ourselves off, Jeffrey.
Pickford only plays 30 odd games for us. No, he didn't. He played more than that, didn't he?
So if they win this
also, he's from Sunderland.
Boys, can you go upstairs? You know, honestly, I'm lying.
He's born there. 35. It said on the screen when he showed up.
Getting grief on me.
He's a Mackham man. He's born in Sunderland.
He's from Washington, he's Pickford.
ITV says 35, so one of them's wrong. Does it? Yeah. He's played more for England than he has for Sunderland. That's mad.
Jordan Pickford's arms moving in the air.
He's offside.
No, that's a joke off 4-4 tunes, that.
Eddie, man.
The Jordan Pickford's arms waving in the air.
Ben Akel, you never know. Sunderland could come back. Funny things have happened before in football. Like I said, I'm okay with this. As long as we don't concede more stupid goals. This feels to me like, do you know? Obviously, in the Premier League right now, you've got like the likes of Sheffield United and Luton and Burnley at the bottom of the table, Nottingham Forest. It feels exactly like we're playing as one of those teams against Man City. Like, the gap is there.
Like, you're expecting it. It's like, yeah, it's how it is. Really, realistically speaking.
Paul G. Clark has dropped the value of 10 million on performance champ level. Not really. Disagree, Paul. There's not much happening though.
No.
At the end of it off those,
yeah, you've seen him across more than one game though, haven't you? Like, you know how good he can be. He's literally won at least 12 points for us this season.
Because of what's happened at Black Cat's Bar and what's happening now. This is me off.
There's something in this.
We're not getting to that.
Finally, Equa and... What the fuck is this clown doing? He handballs it and then does that fucking absolute... He's a wind-up. He's a wind-up little merchant. Look, just look at how embarrassing this man is, man. What? What a clown. What a sad little man.
They're not going to win the FA Cup though, are they?
Well, against boys, hard to watch. You don't have to watch it, mate. Just check in. Like.
Imagine if it's Liverpool and Newcastle in the FA Cup final.
Do you know what I would find funny if they play the likes of I was going to say Wimbledon, but like if they play Maidstone next round, who's winning their game? They play Maidstone and Maidstone beat them. That'll be more embarrassing than this.
Yeah,
this could be 3-0 easier. I mean, maybe. Well, really constructive comment there, Kishan. Nice to have you on board.
It's just
I do have my wig ready. I'm going to put it away. I think we're going to be humbled by this one.
What do you mean by humbled? Again?
We're not winning. We're not winning.
It's just annoying we've gifted them 2 goals though. That's the bloody annoying thing about it. We've literally said, well, we'll do it for you. Yeah, we'll do the job for you. That's what's been frustrating.
Oh, then Newcastle are going to get humbled then. Pritchard's been poor, do you think? Graham saying that?
Passing is shit.
He's just had... Oh, what a tackle from Hume there. There you go. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh!
That's a kicking the ball away. This is starting to pee me off, like... Kicking the ball away. No, it's FA. It's an FA rule.
That's what I'm saying. What's Graham said, Dav? Has he said 3-0?
What's his skills?
Pritchard, go on, driving at it. Has a shot. Oh, off the crossing!
Go on, 09, son. Go on, lad.
Pritchard hits the crossbar. What? He's in the middle, drives down the middle, where we've been missing it for most of the game. And it's what they're not expecting. Look at this, man. You can see it bounce off. Oh. It says it can be on. Just got to stay positive, lad. Ipswich 3-1. Thank you, Kieran. Wimbledon are down to 10 men, aren't they? Yeah. Sorry, whoever clacks that wall, man, you need to be slapped. Jesus Christ.
Just clean up, man.
How's that non-league? How's... Yeah. I don't understand Graham's comment. I don't know what's gone about saying Luke 09's non-league. That is class. That's a really good slide tackle.
Almost caught by Rusin, but he gets it to Bruno. Botman will get it back now. On the left-hand side.
Get Rusin off, he does nothing up there. I mean, he hasn't had the option to.
No, he hasn't. Not had a thing.
He hasn't
nothing going forward, man, I tell you.
Sorry, goal was offside for this just one. Okay, got you. Fair enough. Thank you, Kieran. Still 2-1 up.
He's a prick.
Tell you what.
We need to press higher, I think. It might be that simple.
If Sunderland did get a goal back, you'd see the Sunderland Stadium like get noisy. You watch it. If we just get that goal.
What's he done now, Jacob? What's he done?
Trippier will take it as Dan Burns goes back across to his position. And a yellow card there for someone. Pritchard, was it? Was it the way where you threw his arm? Yeah, I think it must be.
I'm not sure about that. Like, so let's see. So the ball comes off Rusin last. He's definitely fouled him, but it goes out for a Newcastle throw-in. At least Pritchard's trying to like change the game a bit. Let's see if this works now. Got to change that again. I mean, we've not done well in any cup games for ages.
Why did it so hard?
Good foul, good throw, sorry. Oh my god, man. Can't be having this. Like, there you go, back down to that. Thank you. Oh, Coventry. I've had a goal pegged back against them. 4-2 by the looks of it. Pritchard and Hume trying to link up. I reckon with that arm push, he should have just fell to the ground. Do what they do. Just shows the gulfing class between us and mid-prem team. Not really. They've had 2 fuck-ups and they've capitalised. That's the difference, mate. They've not masterclassed us at all. Trey Hume's dodgy tackle and Ekwar's slowness in the second half.
I fell asleep all right, didn't
He plays it to Ekwa now. Ekwa slips it through to Pritchard. Pritchard, who's finally actually got into the game.
There we go. And here's the Sunderland foul, by the way.
But he's not really getting in.
Anthony Gordon just pushes him in the back. It's already kicked off. It wasn't really anything. It was in the centre circle. So
Hume can't keep it in.
Take Job off. I mean, again, attacking wise, we're starting to do it, but we haven't done it for 60 minutes. Well done, Jackson. Good for you. Ekwa needs to come off.
I think it's fair to say they're just looking to try and take some pride out of this game now.
Oh, that was a horrific pass.
Dubravka's not actually technically had a save to make, has he?
He's had one, hasn't he, from Ekwa.
That went the shot. Yeah, you're right. One shot from Ekwa. Yeah. As Burn inside.
Pardon, sorry.
Back to Botman, back again to Dubravka.
What are you saying?
Rusin goes to close him down. He passes out to Trippier on the right wing.
Not really, mate. We're just nail biting now. I think changes need to be made now. Yes, absolutely, Mike. Good point. Teams far apart. Full team apart from Ballard. Subs needed now. Yeah, sorry, Graham said it first. Ekwar needs to come off. Yeah. Jacob, man. Fuck's sake.
Through Miley now in the
You're miles ahead, aren't you?
Bruno back to Botman. Botman back to Dubravka.
Look at him in the middle. Bruno, nobody. You got to press up on him.
Yeah, but I'm on 64-45, and you're talking about a pen. That doesn't look any.
It's Gordon and no, Ballard goes sprinting in. And,
oh, got you. Okay, got you. I was like, I'm not looking at a pen.
In the penalty area, and two more players
65 now.
Just standing off this at the moment.
Oh,
Ballard went in like
Anthony Gordon and Human Ballard and Isaac.
There's a yellow card out here for someone.
There's handbags. There's handbags. I'm up to where you were at, Jacob. There's handbags. Isaac and Ballard settle themselves down and handshake each other.
I'm waiting. There's a yellow card for Gordon, was it?
Yeah.
Just blew up then, didn't tensions rising.
And he's just going to give Ballard.
Well, we need you back in the Prem more days like this. Absolutely. Jordy, I don't mind you taking the FA Cup. Good luck to you.
Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, good to see you. Good luck to Newcastle.
Your neck is still offside, mate.
I've not had much of a test here this afternoon. It's just a shame that we've actually gifted them 2 goals.
Here's the incident. He slapped his head and he chucked him.
Got onto it, but couldn't keep it in. Nearly did, but not quite enough. Yeah, it's very unlucky.
Yeah.
He has worked hard.
So he's literally trying to yank him off. Yeah.
It's hard when you're alone.
It's tough, isn't it? It's tough.
Like I said, any Newcastle fans welcome on here any time, as long as there's a bit of respect.
You can't slap somebody on the head and get away with it, but apparently you can.
On the right, Longstaff playing it inside. Almiron pushes it back to Bruno, and then Miley.
Shut up, Ali McCoist. Yes, you wet wipe.
Run out.
It's just not happening.
How you feeling, Anth?
No, it's not. And as I said before, they're playing for pride, really. It's very difficult to see how Newcastle are going to let this slip away from them. The way that they're playing, the way that they're pushing.
What do you mean, deserve it? Of course they do. It's the right team. Couldn't think of a more scummy team to get taken over like that.
Sunderland half, Byrne will take this. Pritchard's frustrated by the time it was taking. Isak got a touch, he's come back to O'Neill though, immediately under pressure from Gordon. Up to the halfway line.
They haven't had any. What are you talking about?
In the middle, lays it off to Miley, back into Bruno in the middle, and he will look to get it down the right wing. Longstaff, the overlap comes from Trippier.
They're no different from like West Ham.
Now with the ball, just outside the penalty area. Elise in front of him, leaves it for Bruno, drives into the penalty area. Ballard puts it straight down to the foot of Almiron, who smashes it against Luke O'Neill. Flattened him, but that was nearly a third. It's led to a corner.
They'll challenge for stuff but never win it.
Definitely need Sunderland back in the Prem. There's a long way to go. Be good to be back.
Luke O'Neill defends the goal, by the way, with his face.
Can you guys still hear me alright, yeah?
It's kind of funny.
Can you hear me alright, Ant?
Yeah. There we go, different angle. It's a header. It's an actual header. He went for that. It's not like it's not done that.
From the right at the north end of the stadium into Job, who heads it out comfortably.
I'll just better when you got a bit of colour in it as well, mate. Variety is the spice of life. Millwall are pulling one back. It's now 3-2 in the Millwall Leicester game. Morning, Adam. Oh, Adam, if it was you, we just needed you to be awake for us to get anything from this. Maybe up earlier in the day.
They go to Pritchard on the right.
He might be if we attack here and get a goal.
Straight to Bruno, and Pritchard has to jog back from the penalty area. Tries to get it.
We still haven't made any changes though since we called it out maybe 6 minutes ago.
Then to Bruno again.
Oh, good attempt from Hume there. Not so good. Maybe go back to bed. We need a good look charge. Something needs to change.
Halfway inside the Sunderland.
Oh, Lola's not in the room, that's why.
Ballard makes a challenge, but it drops for Almiron, plays it to Bruno, and Bruno will try and get this away on the left to Byrne, runs to the left of the penalty area.
Yeah, mate, you were talking about the takeover there, weren't you, about Newcastle? There's literally no other club that I think would have sold to them. You had a greedy, rich owner in Ashley who was only selling for a certain value, and this club, this purchase was the only one stupid enough to go, you know what, we'll pay for it.
Sunderland 0, Newcastle 2 in the 70th.
Cheers for the 2 more subscribers. Thank you.
Not really.
Millwall pulled one back.
Not with this current squad.
I'm not playing.
I'm not saying they've struggled against us. I'm not saying that, but they've not looked as like elite. When we played Arsenal, they were miles better than what we're seeing with this Newcastle side. Yeah. We've seen better football since we went down.
Showcase what they can do. I don't
not really. Not that much. They're in the same league. My end is quiet now. Cool. Are you still on? You still able to talk, Cabby, mate?
Oh, can you hear me all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just turn your volume down to about 45% rather than full, so hear you the entire time.
It's just frustrating that 2 really big mistakes. We've been unlucky. I mean, we've literally gave them goals.
Yeah, it's not like they've masterclassed us. Yeah, they've been better than us, but they've not proved that they're the best team in England.
I just don't know what Ekwa was doing. I really didn't.
He's just still asleep. Gamarias is getting a yellow card. Way! He's putting his hands back because he's been caught out. Here we are. That is a terrible tackle. Absolutely shit. I get the ball. Doesn't matter. Right, Clark has been a passenger. Doesn't expect us to win anymore. Coventry 6, Oxford 2. That's mad. I want to watch that highlight.
Just in front of the centre circle, 72nd minute. You're listening to BBC Radio Newcastle. Pritchard just turns it to his left to Dan Neil, then down to Jack Clark. Clark loses it.
I just can't stand that man, you know.
He's going to get a return ball. It's given away though. Almiron didn't quite get the pass right, and it's gone back to Patterson. Isak goes to close him down. Out to Dan Neil, who's caught, but he picks himself up. The referee lets.
Oh, Clark's been found out. Clark's been found out there, like. So he's trying to do what he normally does against Championship players, and like the Premier League players are a little bit more composed when he's trying to burst past them. He's not winning as many dribbles.
Oh no! He just basically shut the door, didn't he? Would you say it's been a bad performance from Sunderland, or would you just say
absolutely no, not at all? It's been fortunate goal. That's the difference.
What you've seen as well, Nick. You know, we're talking about players who can go and play in the Premier League. You know, you're starting to question, maybe thinking they may need a little bit more.
Ipswich 3-1 now, by the way. Yeah, you're right. And this one wasn't offside. Clark has been a passenger. Do you think so?
Imagine if Sunderland get a goal, knock it 2-1. Can you imagine the atmosphere? Even for the neutrals, you can just imagine that.
He's given the ball away, the goalkeeper, to Clark on the far side. Clark gets the ball back here on the left of the penalty area.
Oh!
And it's played by Longstaff to Bruno, and Bruno now bringing this up, looking for the run of Isak down the right wing. O'Nien's got to get in front of him and does, and gets it.
I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm presuming it's something nice to look at.
Inside the penalty area on the right, and Wimbledon won Ipswich 3.
I'm surprised there's not been any more cards than there has been.
Pritchard now, well, he's got a lot to do on his own.
It's great to have a derby after 8 years, but I feel like we've been poor and not really done anything to get into the game. So, on that, and I'll reiterate the point just in case. The 8 years since we last played each other. Oh. 2 seconds. Really good save from the Newcastle keeper there.
Good save by Dubravka.
Dubravka did well to get down.
He's in dive on that. And he's shouting at the ref. How's that not giving us descent? What?
The goal back would be very interesting.
Be consistent with it, mate.
And it did have the feeling that maybe they were going to get one. It would have to be a set piece.
Anyways, right, the last time Sunderland played Newcastle, Sunderland stayed in the Premier League, Newcastle got relegated. The next season, they came up, we went down, and we've been on a downward trajectory for a couple of seasons, and we're building our way back up. They have been, they got themselves back in the Premier League, got acquired, invested nearly $500 million into their club, whereas we've made savings, and we've spent probably about a tenth, if not a 15th of that in that same time. There is a gulf of investment, but we're still competing with them. They're not as good as they think they are.
It'll come back out to Pritchard on the right,
yeah.
On the left. And,
get out with it.
Almiron gets the ball through to Elise, and he's battling for this. Neil picks it up.
I don't know. Depends on the it depends on the draws. I think Man City's a good shout and Liverpool's a good shout.
Well, the ball was kicked away here, and
no, he's taking a quick free kick. He tried a quick free kick.
I don't know. It's a funny one. I mean,
it'll have to be taken again.
I'm sort of kind of neutral. I'm kind of sort of numb at the moment. It's like I'm not disappointed. I'm not chuffed a bit. It's like.
This man here isn't.
Pritchard still having words with the referee, angry about something clearly. Bruno back up on his feet.
He runs in front of that for that, by the way.
Still no sense or sign that.
Me, of course I have. But. At the time, we were considered level teams. And right now, if you look on paper, they have just spent way more than we have. They should be beating us quite comfortably, and it's not comfortable for them. That's
it's not. No, it's not.
Almiron sprinting away down the right wing. He's going to get to the ball before it
Come
falls
on.
behind for a goal kick. He brings this back now. Behind him is Trippier. Trippier inside to Bruno.
I don't really know.
Clark, man, pass the fucking ball.
We'll play it out wide to Trippier.
Jesus Christ.
On the touchline.
Mate, if he gets a leveler or gets a goal back in the 80th minute, 85th minute, doesn't really matter. Just keep trying. Just keep putting the ball in towards the net. Make every shot you possibly can. Ref is on your side when Gordon gets booked, but we also know that the shirt ripper would have been as well. I mean, Norman, you're a little bit. He gets a yellow card for slapping the guy on the back of the head. That's a red.
However, the lad says Jolly.
Away now, and O'Nien just body checks him, and O'Nien is going to get a yellow card.
Oh, Clark, pass, you do. He's driving at the goal, he's going in the middle, driving down, and he's got an option down the right and doesn't give it to anybody.
And the consequences,
that took a while.
He's just had that flourish that in by Craig Pawson.
Yeah, so Lukey, man, class.
Sunderland, Newcastle
typical losing club saying the investment, that's why we're doing well. You're not doing well in this game. Right, I'm going to be blatantly clear here. You've been lucky in this game, you're not doing well at all.
It's definitely papering over the cracks, Sam. I'm telling you now.
Absolutely. That's a yellow card from Luke O'Nien. You've been fortunate. You're not as good as you think you are. You're winning 2-0, and you think you're better than what you are because of the players you've got. Fucking hell, if we had the same caliber of players, whatever you want to call it, if we had the same, we'd be slapping you, and you should be slapping us, but you're not. You've had a deflection, a dodgy tackle, and a own goal, and then a absolutely sloppy start the second half from Ekwar. Yeah.
The edge of the penalty area.
I'd be embarrassed.
Newcastle free kick.
Wise up, red card. He slaps him on the fucking back of the head. Fuck off, mate. Do you know what? Fuck you. Get on. And spank. Can't be arsed with you, mate. Fuck off. Never want to see your face again.
Geordie Streamer says, me personally don't think the two have been playing too shabby. They haven't been playing shabby.
Yeah, no, they've been playing okay.
They've been playing okay. Yeah.
That's it. They're not as good. They're not as good as they think they are. That's the thing. They think they're the world beaters. They're probably like, if you're doing international teams, they're probably like a Portugal. Belgium, yeah. No, Belgium's better than that, but like the mid.
Give the ball away again.
There's old Jimmy Montgomery there.
Up the turn, fair enough. One kid doesn't sell to say. I mean, Clark is always greedy. You don't seem bothered about the result. I'd love us to win. I would absolutely love us to win, but I'm not. I never expected it.
No.
If you put an expectation of Sunderland beating a Premier League team when we're in the Championship, regardless of if it's Newcastle, fucking Burnley, we're always the underdog. I'm not happy at all, but
we're certainly not disgraced by a long, long margin. And believe me or not, there's a lot of Newcastle fans on their social media pages are still not happy with this 2-0 win because the fact like they know it's been 2 gifted goals by Sunderland. They do still feel that Newcastle should be offering more for them. This is what some of the fans are saying, not me personally.
That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, what was the difference, David?
Up on the board.
606 million difference between these two, and it doesn't. 2 goals is the only thing that's the difference.
The job, and that's all that matters, mate. You've done the job.
I mean, the clowns are starting to appear though.
They've got nobody running forward.
I mean, they should have been confident as soon as that second goal went in, not 25 minutes later.
Makes a break, runs forward.
Pritchard's trying. Trippier's headed it back to Dubravka.
Truth. The mistakes we make in the Championship don't always get punished, but when we make them against prime opposition, we get punished, and that's it. Doesn't matter if they're in first, second, fifth.
And you can see why the likes of Burnley and Sheffield United walked this league last season, and when they're in the Premier League, you can see how cruel it is for them, can't you? How much they'll get punished, and how hard it is to compete.
As Bruno rolls it across to Trippier, out to Almiron on the right wing. Trippier's overlap.
All these Sunderland fans crying boo-hoo, says Jeff. Hey, I ain't crying, mate. Far from it.
Back to Bruno, and out again on the right to Trippier.
I just get wound up sometimes. That's fine.
To Trippier.
To see you're better than what you are when you're winning. It's kind of funny. They say they get loads of injuries, and this is their first team. Yeah. Like, who would they start over Isaac? Who would they start over Bruno? Who would they start over Trippier? Maybe Pope would start over their keeper. That's the only difference.
I'm just frustrated at the fact like we can't manage a goal just to make a game of it. Do you know what I mean?
I think Pritchard's effort off the crossbar is the closest one.
Make a change.
We haven't made a single substitution, which is really surprising to me. You know.
I think to give the fans a lift, I think Bar should come on.
You want to tell me the comedy special?
Can we make a change? Who do you change? How do you change it?
Yeah, what would you do? Elise fouls Almiron.
Yeah.
Got Bobby Moncur sitting next to Jimmy Montgomery, 2 legends of the North East, of course.
You can't make a change. It's 82 minutes now. We're going to make a change.
Bar's coming on. Finally going to make a change. It's going to be Bar.
Looking forward to the next league game, are you guys?
Free kick then. Trippier takes it, looking for Gordon.
I can't even remember, but
Hume goes with him out to the touchline. Gordon brings this back out down the touchline to Byrne. Byrne back to Botman.
Of course, a win's a win. Absolutely.
Shaw in the middle. He plays it out left again to Byrne. Inside to Longstaff. Away from Pritchard back to Botman. Forwards to Byrne. And Byrne down the line to Gordon. Gordon back in.
Sunderland are just a seed. Sunderland are just a seed at the moment. They're just growing. They're just trying to progress.
Plays it wide on the right wing then to Almiron.
They've been in the lowest depths of Division 1 for how many? Was it 4 seasons?
Trying to get down
yep.
This is only his second year in the Championship.
Trippier inside to Bruno in the 84th minute. And here is
we've been out of the Prem for 7 years, mate.
Rolling it in for Almiron to pull it back here. Put away by Ballard onto the chest of Neil. Leaves it for
got nowhere to go.
Pritchard. And
okay, Sarah. Whatever will be.
Back to Ballard at the edge of the area.
Newcastle are not gone to Wembley.
I don't think the referee's had a bad game, mind.
He's done an alright one. There's a couple of decisions where I think he could have sent the Sunderland player off. He could have sent the Newcastle player off here and there. Could you imagine bringing Chris Rigg on? What would happen?
He scores 2 late goals.
He scores 2 late goals against the team he supposedly supports. That'd be funny.
The old Rigg.
Friends sad about the team's performance, but happy to be able to watch the game again. No worries. Catch you soon, Roberto.
Do you know what? I would laugh my head off if Bar gets a goal.
He pushes him. What? I didn't mean to get seen. It's hard, man.
He has worked hard.
So what did I do wrong there? You pushed him in the back.
As a lone striker,
Lucian's coming off.
no support. Yeah, we've got a little bit of support in that second half.
Oh my god. Oh my god. 2 seconds. We actually took off Rushin for Abdullah Bar.
It's a good leveler for us.
Well, yeah.
One or two of the players as well, especially if they want to go and play
That's
in the Premier
funny.
League.
Come on, Abdullah. Prove us. Prove you're worth it. We pushed Dallas short out, apparently. What was your question, Jacob, mate?
Newcastle lead 2.
Yeah, the kids, mate, though. The kids. Fine.
Bid in this next 5 minutes is to get a consolation and not concede a third. Neil in the centre circle.
Well, I'll literally just say cost per goal 300 million.
Go wide to Hume, back to O'Nien.
They might be able to drop that down to 200 million if they score another one. Lauren, thank you.
Intercepts, it goes out for a throw to Sunderland.
Thank you.
Hume will take this on halfway. Back it goes to Luke O'Nien. O'Nien pushes it on to Ekman.
Ball hat-tricks incoming from Elliott.
Ballard out to Elise on the far side.
I mean, there's literally no pressure on any of our players to.
Back to Dan Ballard.
If Bar genuinely scores a hat-trick, by the way, I lose my bet.
But not much else to go at. Bar on his own, an overlap coming down the right. He's played it through.
I would happily lose my bet for that, though.
He's got it again, Bar.
It'll be his 5th goal of the season if he scores a hat-trick. Go on.
Runs off his foot and it's cleared by Botman. But
go on. Delabar. Delabar. Go on.
Back to Neil. Neil gets it again.
Go on, lad. He's in the box. He's looking for an option.
And it bounces up and away off our halfway line. Ballard brings it down. Isak gives chase.
He had the ball for like 12 seconds in their box. Just needing an option.
Ekwa on the halfway line. Ballard out to Elise on the left. 87th minute. And picked up again by Jack
Edson, come on, Bar, need a performance. Yeah, we do. This is what it's like now. Sunderland looking confident on the ball. It's alright.
Neil has long started.
Couldn't score, I mean.
And now just taps it back to O'Nien.
Classic.
And through
Classic Adam.
to Hume on the right wing, but who's in the box? Nobody. Bar is now, and Bar taps it back to Hume. Looking for Neil. The ball played right through the 6-yard box.
It's not done what?
And nobody there to get on the end of it. Neil was the closest. But it runs through to the corner.
Go on. Hume wants an option in the box. Abdullah Bar. What's happening?
By Almiron.
Bar's man of the match.
The 88th minute now.
Probably, if you're asking so Graham's asking man of the match. I think it's a little early, maybe, because we could get a goal scorer. Fingers crossed.
Ballard brings him down, does he? Yes. Penalty. It's a penalty. Ballard's
afternoon just went penalty from Sunderland's perspective.
Penalty to the Marks. Penalty to the Marks.
Ballard having scored.
Here it is then, in real time. Ballard. Yeah, that's a blatant pen. There's no argument from me on that one. Like,
the foul.
Yeah, that's as blatant as you get.
Newcastle broke down that left-hand side.
Well, they're ahead of me, but it's literally a solid push.
To try and save this.
That was a blatant pen. I was actually going to potentially call out Ballard as man of the match for us as well.
Because Newcastle look like they can round up the afternoon.
I know he's only calling his below their 5 minutes, but
with a third goal, who's going to take the penalty?
I'm trying to think of a Sunderland player that's looked like every time they've touched it, it's been good, but it's been average.
Clark hasn't had a look in, has he? Clark has just totally been closed right down.
Has he got the ball under his arm?
Yeah.
Isak's going to take the penalty. This in the 90th minute.
3-0.
So Isak a chance to score a brace.
Yeah, it scored. Well, they have won. They've won the game, but they haven't won their tournament.
An unfortunate end to the day it will be for Sunderland. It's in front of the Newcastle United fans. Isak steps back
I'd say
yards, not quite to the back of the penalty area. Patterson to save this, no. Buried in the bottom left.
I don't know.
And it's 3-0 to Newcastle.
Here we are. Isaac. Here's the goal.
And that has compounded the afternoon for Sunderland. Their fans start
Keep the wrong way.
now. Alexander Isak, 2 goals in the game. Dan Ballard, 2 assists in the game, an own goal.
I still think Sunderland can win this 1-0.
Welcome to the derby.
American rules resets as soon as one player gets sent off. Could you imagine?
The team what looked like getting the 3rd goal was going to be Newcastle.
Not really, mate. It's
We've
done.
had a 10-minute spell.
Oh, there's a massive big difference in class, Angela. Absolutely.
What we need to improve
I don't know about that either.
if we want to get to where we, to the Premier League, and the players themselves.
I was obviously hoping. I was very hopeful that we'd win this, and if we won this, Eddie Howe's gone. But it doesn't really matter for us. Like, they can keep them or whatever. We're not playing them again for the rest of the season. We'll still have a shit season.
You cannot afford to make mistakes.
The Geordie streamer, we are taking this FA Cup, and Jeff Oleg has said Sunderland are very poor.
Right, at the end of this season, do you think this game is the one that they will look back to and go, that was our best game?
Probably will, yeah.
Added time was shown. Almiron's coming off now.
That's sad though, isn't it? Your best game is against the team in the Championship. Cool.
Replace him.
And these players that are coming on now are purely coming on for the accolade on their CV. I was in the game where we won 3-0 against Sunderland.
Do you think Sunderland should have done more though? Or do you think they just?
Yeah, we made 1 sub. Yes. Yes, we should have. But if we're being like direct about it, we were never likely to win this. I put like a 5% chance on the previous two things. Like 5% chance is still 5%, but the 95% normally wins, and it has.
We have been absolutely battered towards the end. Through Geordie, he won't shut up, will he, about this? God.
I don't care.
Leading 3-0.
Blub.
And those 4
we need 09 dropping his liability every game. Saying it. Well, I'm sick of saying we need a dedicated striker and to try and drive through the middle. But we're not the people picking the team.
I am starting to be more Dreyfus out in general now.
Who's man of the match for you? Because we didn't really agree on that, because obviously the penalty came up. Beel out, says Adam.
No. Therefore, was the best game was Liverpool, even and Norwell lost.
Do you know what? I'm going to say Hume. Hume's my man of the match. Our best creative chances came down that right side when Hume was supporting.
You whistle referee over, man.
Pritchard's a good shout as well. Bar, give it to Hume.
Do you reckon my mates just posted saying Sunderland are a mile off the Premier League? Do you agree in that?
Yes.
Not really. You're telling me Newcastle can't win a Premier League game 3-0? We're definitely in that bottom half of the Prem, top half of the Championship cluster, and we will be for a couple more transfer windows.
You can turn it off when it's full time.
He looked like non-league player today. I mean,
what?
I'm not sure. I'm like I said, I'm not happy with this, like, but I'm not surprised.
No. Would you say Sunderland have been embarrassed today?
Not at all.
Just have to get used to it, don't you?
Not at all, mate. The only team that could have been embarrassed today is Newcastle. Neither happened.
Well, there's no doubt, Eddie Howe, you have to say they did their homework absolutely perfectly.
It's 200 million per goal now, by the way. One of them was an own goal. What was a square ball, a sweaty goal on there a year, and one was a pen. Where's your 45-yard worldie from Jermaine Defoe? Or your Richardson free kick? I mean, they've just took the chances that they've had. It's as simple as that.
No, Jolly bastard.
It's the difference between Prem and
Biggest
Championship.
win of season.
That's a difference, mate. It's not.
No, but you get what I'm saying, guys.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I'd love nothing more than to see us back in the Prem, but this just shows the squad that we have. I wouldn't say we get annihilated every week. We'd struggle, but we wouldn't. We do ourselves a decent service. We need to improve in key areas, and I think that's clear and obvious. We've knew this for a while as a fan base. I'm not embarrassed, mate. No.
I mean, even the Newcastle fans aren't overly celebrating that one, right? You can see behind the goal.
Of course they are, mate. Of course they are. They will be.
Newcastle had to lose to them, didn't we? Newcastle.
Which is an average championship team.
I'm just looking forward now to here we go back again with another video.
I wouldn't say we're an average. I'd say we're above average championship team. We're definitely playoff standard championship
and also
team.
highlight that we do need more going forward because.
What's next?
Well, there we go. Look at all the Geordies that's in the chat. You've been respectable. Great stuff. Well done to you lot. I've got to say congratulations.
Still, fuck the Mags. You've won one game, well done. Now try and get 6 in a row.
It's truly over now, I'm flat 6 in a row.
Well, it was 10 games, 9 games unbeaten at that point. But yeah, different generation, different era. I think the XG stat says it all. 2-0 would have been about right. Pagged. Not enough for Prem. Yeah, we haven't really paid for any. Our biggest signing at the moment is 2 million. 7-1 all hour. I'm still listening to that. Like I said,
no, not singing anymore, says Geordie Streamer. I can't really sing that loud, to be honest with you, because I've had a sore tickly throat for the last 2 weeks, so I'm not really. I can't really sing.
I mean, they weren't singing until they were winning, though. So at least,
maybe some cheesy chips and pig's trotters will do the job.
Yeah. Who else hates derbies? It's far over. Win the league, eh? I mean, we're not going to win the league.
Shut up.
I don't know, mate.
Not bad.
I wouldn't say I'm just disappointed. We put in a half decent performance. They got 2 lucky goals and a penalty.
That's what's frustrating.
The clinicalness.
Would you like to see Newcastle score from sort of their own doing sort of thing? It's like rather than us giving them 2 sort of goals and that's what that's what's frustrating about it at the minute. It's too,
Oh, yeah. It only took Mags 13 years and 570 million investing to beat us, but we'll bounce back. Yeah, like I said, I'm not overly embarrassed by that performance. Our players put in a good shift. We've just got to move on now.
Jeff says Sunderland level championship. Stay in your lane, lads.
Fuck off, Jeff.
I mean, if you want to stay in your if you're being a little bit like a twat about it, do you want to stay in the Champions League? Because that's what you've invested the 4th most in any single club in Europe, and you're out of the group stage. Fucking shut up, clowns. Goodbye.
I think sometimes they forget they're playing the Championship side, actually.
Yep. I pressed the wrong button. I've ended my stream. I had to.
I'm sorry, but who loses to fucking Newcastle like that? They're shit.
loads of teams, mate. They're not that shit. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Well, I'm just going to end my stream, man. So say thanks for everybody.
Come on, Anthony. I know we couldn't beat Luton.
I've got to say this.
They lost to Luton.
And I'm going to get some cheesy chips, vinegar sandwiches, and some pig's trotters with vinegar gravy. So we will see you later, alligator, and we'll beat yous in the Prem very, very soon.
See you later.